Here we go. And going live now. The tweet is out. All right. Are we good? Are we live? Let me make sure. Let me go to
Yeah, we're good.
my shit. Here we go.
I don't know why your camera's so.
And going live now.
Is it ass?
The tweet is out.
Oh, I'm tripping. There you go. I had the YouTube link open.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why your camera looking crusty. It might be me. I hope not. But
No, I think it's me. I think I just need to wipe that shit down.
all right.
No, my shit just be kind of out. I don't be protecting my shit like I should be. Oh shit, we in this bitch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great, man. Great. I don't need to look at the analytics. I don't need to look at none of that shit. I just want to look at niggas and myself. Pause. What the fuck is cracking, man? We are back. Are fucking back, man. The Maestro of Wholesome Toxicity is back. Mr. Sensei Lit Glove, the bald head black anime nerd, is back with Gloves Off Volume 12. It's been a fucking minute, niggas. Life sucks, but also has its good qualities, so we are here. I'm here with a few of my niggas, man. I got my drink here. I'm off the deuce tonight. Deuce with a little bit of fake ass Sunkissed lemonade because I don't have enough money for things like Simply.
I'm crying.
So I'm here with some homies.
No, he didn't just say that though.
I'm here with some homies. We here to talk some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Some controversial anime shit that I kind of want to get off. But I'll let my niggas introduce y'all themselves, man. Go ahead, get shit off while I pull up.
Well, you know who it is. What's up, everybody? It's the Don Godfather, Future Hall of Famer, JD Legend. How y'all doing?
What's up, Jay?
Doing good, brother.
What's going on, Jay?
You feeling?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
How you feeling? Appreciate you for pulling up, man.
Of course, you know, I got to be here because I already can tell there's going to be some fraudulent takes here. So I just want to let everyone know beforehand.
Shit.
If you cross a line, I will spoil you. I just want everyone to know if you anime only, you will go. It's my first and last
yeah.
one.
Well, I'm going to give the spoiler warning once we get into the topics, but yeah. Who next?
Shit, it's me, Scuba Steve, from
Crackin'
Inside the
Steve.
Mind of a Blurred. I'm
Sure.
here. Thank you for having me again, Sensei, bro.
Of course, bro. Of course. Appreciate you for pulling up, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Who next?
Man, fuck it, I'll go next. Yo, what's
Yes,
good?
you will.
Yes. Representing the K Culture Podcast, live from the 7-5. It's your boy Ked the Pro, aka the Calculated Millennium, aka the Cutlass Diamond, aka don't be pushing on my buttons and my cutlass unless you cutting. Shout out to Big Crit. Thank you again, Sensei the Glove, for having me on here.
Of course, bro. Of course. Appreciate you for us pulling up.
Yo, it's your boy A Prince Nigel Lawal, Prince Issue of the Blood Mist, representative Inside the Mind of a Blur podcast, as well as representative of the Ocean A podcast. Sensei, appreciate you for having me on. This is an honor for sure.
Yes, sir. Of course, bro. Of course.
Okay, I'm next. This TJ from Talk No Jutsu. Well, thank y'all for having me today. Sipping on this. With this Crown Royal Washington apple. Ready for this gloves off.
Bet it up.
Where that from?
Did Bensei and Rome go? Rome, you went?
No, I didn't go. I was waiting for everyone else to get their shit off. What's going on? It's me, Master D, here of the West Generation Podcast. I'm here representing for Sensei and West Gen.
Cracking, bro.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Shout out West Gen.
Shout out West
Yeah,
Gen.
bro. Thanks for pulling up.
Go ahead, Mac. We see you there, nigga.
Oh,
Mr.
you know what's happening. I'm just chilling, just here to be toxic, here to be a fraud,
Cap.
here to talk some shit.
Wow.
Fair enough. We got the real world villain, aka Take God in this bitch. What's cracking, bro?
Wait, can niggas hear me?
Yes, niggas can hear.
What up, niggas? This shit got video now?
It's been video, nigga.
Hey,
It's been
this
video.
shit, I was confused as fuck. This shit was like Doom.
Damn.
What up, niggas?
What up?
Real world villain. Take God, Dare Bear. Sensei Lay Bear.
Oh,
What up,
come
niggas?
on now. What up, bro?
You want Sensei Lead Bear or you want the full-headed black anime?
I'd rather the full-headed.
All right,
yeah, man. I appreciate all you niggas for pulling up, bro. I got some topics lined up for y'all, so I don't want to waste y'all niggas' time. We're gonna get into the shits. First off, just to kind of ease into some shit, I've been wondering. A lot of niggas be talking lately about I guess influence versus shit like that. So I kind of want to know what y'all niggas anime Mount Rushmore is. Y'all can make y'all Mount Rushmore, so that's just 4 anime. Because it's 4 niggas on Mount Rushmore, right? I ain't really do shit in history class.
Yeah,
it's 4 niggas.
4 niggas, yeah. So that's 4 anime. Y'all can judge it how y'all want, like whether y'all want to do it based off of whoever had the most of effect on anime or whatever the fuck, or who paved the way for whatever the fuck. Y'all can do it however y'all want, or y'all can just name y'all top 4. I just want to know what niggas Mount Rushmore is.
There's specifically anime, right?
Yes, anime Mount. Well, I mean series Mount Rushmore, series that is anime, like you know what I mean.
Because I have
it's Japanese animation / manga, you know what I mean, Japanese.
Because I have different ones, right?
Okay.
For one for manga and one for anime. So just for the purpose, I think I'm gonna go with anime. I'm gonna go with my anime top 4, right? Because Berserker.
No, go
ahead. Do we do an order? Or we just naming the 4.
You can just name the 4. I don't give a fuck about the order.
All right. So my 4: Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Hunter x Hunter 2011.
Okay. Why FMAB? Why FMAB first? Try not to be long winded.
I mean, to me, bro, it's just peak fiction. I've rewatched it multiple times. It gets better with every watch. I see different themes and different meanings behind the story every time I watch it. So it never gets old. No matter what I do, I'm always at the edge of my seat watching this. And it's the same thing with Hunter x Hunter, which is why they're my top 2. Number 3 is like a personal preference of mine. So I don't expect niggas to agree, but Ace of Diamond is in my top 4. It's one of my
sports, you got to represent with sports. I feel that.
Yeah, one of my favorite animes ever in general. And you know what? For number 4, this is a tough one. I'm gonna throw One Piece in there.
Yes, sir. Why?
Pre-time skip. There's just no better. There was no better anime binge than One Piece pre-time skip. No better.
I'm with that. Next.
Boy, I don't feel like nobody want to get off the gas. All right, shit. Niggas,
get y'all shit off, man.
Yeah, One Piece. So we basing it off of preference or just
whatever you want to base it off of, Steve?
Okay, so One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, AOT, and Full Metal Alchemist. That's my 4.
Damn, niggas ain't said DBZ yet. Wow, go ahead.
That's why I asked if you talking about.
No, what are you talking about? Is what you talking about?
Touche. All right, yeah.
Who next? Don't all jump at once, niggas.
You have to start calling on niggas for real.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm about to start calling on niggas.
I'm just, I got One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. I'm a Death Throw Code Geass in there for
as
me.
And
good pick. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yes, sir.
And I've been enjoying the hell out of Bungo Stray Dogs for real. That joint is just
that's a sleeper pick. Mount Rushmore though. Ooh.
It's just
Mount Rushmore, G.
I
don't know.
There's anime I love, but I just feel that's aggressive.
I love literature, yo.
I don't know if it needs to be there.
That's like picking D-Wade over Magic Johnson, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Low key, bro.
Yeah.
High key, bro. Wrong. What you got, G?
I did my list because I overthought this as usual. So I got on my found an anime of how I got into anime. So first one, George W. Bush's Astro Boy. First anime ever. Go, love that. Mm-hmm. I got Dragon Ball, Baki the Grappler as my sports, and I got Cowboy Bebop.
Interesting.
Top 4.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Decent. I like that Cowboy Bebop pick.
Yeah, it's a goat. It's one of my favorites.
TJ.
All right.
TJ, what you got?
I'm throwing DBZ in there because I feel like man, I wouldn't even be in the anime if it wasn't for it. But then got One Piece.
Wait. What did you watch first, Dragon Ball or DBZ first?
DBZ.
Continue.
Hey, that's how I went. But
Parasite.
I'm throwing that Parasite in there. Y'all fuck with that?
Yes, sir.
Parasite
is a good pick.
That's,
I like that.
That's a sleeper, actually. What's up, Sam?
Yo,
Sam was cracking, bro.
And then
how you guys doing?
And then AOT.
Hey, you put AOT on Mount Rushmore. I'm with it, G. I'm with it. I love it. I love it, nigga. I love it.
Respect.
Who else say go? Take God. Go ahead. Get shit off. Who you got?
I'm gonna just go with my favorite instead of my best.
Fair enough.
And I'll do 2 long and 2 short. So Hunter x Hunter, obviously. Naruto.
Yep.
That's about time. Okay, fair enough.
Fate Zero for my first short one, and honestly, it's between Brotherhood and Attack on Titan for my second one.
There you go.
There it is.
Like, I need to verify Attack on Titan's rewatchability before I put it up there. So I'm gonna just say Brotherhood for now.
Spit. It's an obvious choice.
Fair enough. Bensei.
Oh, my bad. Shit. I'ma say Hunter x Hunter, Death Note,
Okay.
One Piece,
Okay.
and then oh man, this is
I can guess what he's gonna say.
I'll say Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that nigga, man.
It was like pulling teeth.
But that's not a bad pick.
Saying what you got. It is not a bad pick. Saying what you got. Mount Rushmore, anime Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so no manga.
You can do it how you want. I said series. Some niggas did anime only. Some niggas you can combine the two if you want. Bro. It's up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna combine it because I don't have to think about anime then. My Mount Rushmore. I mean, I've said it a bunch of times. I got 2 top ones. One's Berserk, and the other is JoJo.
Okay.
Hey,
let's go.
Hey,
Let's go. I was definitely gonna say JoJo. I was definitely gonna say JoJo. You spit, nigga.
Let's go,
sir. Rocky King.
Yes, he is.
Then I got Hunter x Hunter.
Spit.
I got Tokyo Ghoul. And I got Haikyuu.
Damn, G. How many motherfuckers on your mouth?
He said he got 2 top ones. He said he got 2 top ones. I'm crying.
I was waiting for Haikyuu, bro.
Just take Haikyuu out, nigga. Just take it out.
For sure.
I'm with that Tokyo Ghoul for real.
Hey, let's go.
If you mean the manga, then yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah,
nigga, Naya here too. Okay, Naya.
Lord Hemmings is pulling up. But I think for myself, I got.
My bad. I don't know time zones at all.
No, you straight, bro. You straight. I got JoJo as well. One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, and DBZ.
Ooh.
He let that nostalgia sit in.
You pussy.
Yeah, man. I am pussy, but I wouldn't be, bro, I really would not be fucking with anime if it wasn't for niggas screaming for 3 episodes. I wouldn't.
And that's what I was saying.
That shit mid.
That's a fact. It is mid. I'm not denying the midness.
It is.
The midness.
But it's mid.
The middleness.
And it's not mid that hits.
It's not mid that hits.
Don't even tap.
He ain't even let me say.
Stop the phone.
When I was little, that shit.
Stop the cap.
Hey, Hemmings, real quick before we move on to the next topic. We just talking anime Mount Rushmore. What you got? Yo, 4. You can pick it whatever you think a Mount Rushmore of anime should be. There's whatever criteria you come up with in your head, that's what you go with. There is no strict way to do it.
Damn. Y'all put me in the hot seat immediately.
Nigga, I sent you the topics.
You did. You know what?
Hey, bro, if you don't want to, you didn't name mine either, so I'll go ahead and spit that real quick.
Shit, yeah, my bad, bro. Go ahead, get shit off.
It's all good, bro. But yeah, for mine, of course, I got One Piece for influence. The Dragon Ball series as a whole, Yu Yu Hakusho and Attack on Titan.
Fair enough. I'm liking the Attack on Titan pick.
JoJo for sure because of Araki's influence on especially you see it. You literally cannot go to any anime or manga and not see some type of JoJo
That's
or
a
Stan
fucking
reference.
fact.
you're right.
And,
you're right, bro.
and it's not like JoJo's not new. JoJo's been around for almost 30 years, if not approaching that. Maybe actually, I don't know how many years it's been out, but yeah, okay. So with 8 parts, it's been out for so long, it has bled into the industry for literally decades, right? So JoJo being there is totally appropriate. I understand the Dragon Ball one. I'm gonna kind of one up you and put Kaneko Man, because Kaneko Man is actually the father of shonen, if so to speak, if you will. I know a lot of people say Dragon Ball. I understand that's how a lot of people got into it, and I don't like to discredit how it revolutionized the industry. Dragon Ball was important, but it was not the first to do many of the things it gets credit for. Kaneko Man was that. And a lot of your favorite mangaka who what is Himuro? What's her name? Who makes FMA? What's her name again? The mangaka from Fullmetal Alchemist.
The mangaka.
We don't know.
I don't know.
But she
I can't remember her name. But like even a lot of like mangaka like that, even like as late as it is today, you'll hear them talk about the creative team of Kaneko Man having incredible influence of them even wanting to make manga in general. So I would go there. I gotta think about the next two. Well, I'll kind of give a personal one though. I'm gonna put what's the English name for this series? Rumiko Takahashi's Urusei, with Lum, the alien. Oh, Jesus Christ! But you know what I'm talking about. Same creator of Inuyasha and Ranma.
Yeah. The Urusei Yatsura one.
Yeah, there you go. That's something. There you go. I have not read that since I was like 10. But I would put that up there just for like rom-coms and that other side of the manga industry that a lot of people don't necessarily pay attention. I understand we're all niggas, meatheads, punching and shit, but for the other side of like how it's affected a lot of stories and how many times I've seen people reference her like, when it comes to romantic comedies, this is whatever. So I'll put her. And personally, that's where I started my manga journey. So for me, it's important. I started with Ranma. First thing I collected in entirety, all 36 volumes, and then I'll put Oda.
Oda.
So
appreciate that.
Just for contemporary reason, but I can probably think of a better two later on if you give me time.
Nah,
you don't need time.
Can I lob in an honorable mention?
What's up?
Just for the rom-com shout, I want to put Toradora as an honorable mention. You know what I'm saying? That is you mean that's the GOAT romance, but I'm sure other niggas may see other ones and put it out there, but Toradora definitely deserves to be up there.
I actually don't like Toradora. I can't say that. I like Tiger. No. I call myself. I can't stand Tiger. Toradora's cool, but I can't stand Tiger.
I love Tiger, but I respect that thing. That's fine.
Nah, she not it, bro.
Good shit, niggas. Good shit. All right, man. So I really want to get into these topics, man. So the first, not the first one, but the second one, but the second, which is first real topic. The true Attack on Titan conversation, man. We've been talking about Attack on Titan. Niggas got Attack on Titan and Mount Rushmore, all type of shit. So I gotta hear where you niggas think Attack on Titan stacks with other short anime. If you need my definition of short anime, feel free to ask and I can give it to you. But to me, Attack on Titan is a short anime, the same with FMAB. I want to know what you niggas think Attack on Titan stacks against those. The shit is about the
manga here or no?
The shit is about to end next week. You can talk anime and manga. Right now, before niggas say anything, if you are in the chat and you have not caught up to the Attack on Titan manga, there may be potential spoilers. I'm just letting you niggas know.
Will be.
Yeah, right. Because niggas will get heated and then say some shit that's like, nigga, how the fuck, bro? Because no Zeke, bro. And then shit'll go left. So I'm letting niggas know there will be spoilers if niggas have not read the Attack on Titan manga. There's only one chapter left, and pretty much everybody in this motherfucker is caught up, I think. If not, then mute yourself and walk away, fucking fix a sandwich once shit gets going crazy and come back and ask me if it's good or text me like, is it good? And I can tell you yes or no. So yeah, where does Attack on Titan stack? Might breathe hard as fuck into the mic. Y'all good?
It's definitely neck and neck with Brotherhood.
It's all getting sweaty already.
Neck and neck.
Number one with Brotherhood.
As an all-time series?
I agree wholeheartedly, but I think that Attack on Titan has surpassed.
Is this like a personal thing? We do.
I'm not. But that's not the topic. That's not the topic yet. So I just want to know where niggas got it.
I'm gonna just go.
Go ahead, Amix. Go ahead, you got it.
I'm gonna just say this because I got no love for Attack on Titan. It's not that big. It's not a big deal to me. It's not even like top 50.
So where would you put? He said not even top 50. 50?
Yo,
Oh, you're bugging, bro. God damn. Hey, get this nigga the fuck out.
Okay.
What, bro?
Yo, I was gonna say something, but he said top 50.
Hold on. That's kind of why I want someone to say it. But I do want to say this though, because a lot of people always mistake me when I say something like that. I don't think Attack on Titan is bad. I really don't.
You just know 49 other short anime that are better.
Oh, you said short anime specific, but even
short anime specifically.
Then probably it would because it's not that long, so it'd probably be in the top 50 maybe. But you'd be surprised how many short little slice of life shit I like though. But fair enough. All right, I thought you meant in general, like just
just short. I want to break it up to short because that could be that list is crazy. So,
but yeah,
short.
I think the anime is much better experience. Personally, I don't like looking at the manga; it hurts my eyes. So,
fair enough. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. I'll leave it at that for now. But I got no love for Isayama.
Okay. I think with Attack on Titan, bro, I think I've followed it for a long time. Like I've been there's times where I've lagged behind and not read the manga for a while, but I've always kind of just been up to date. So I've never really been spoiled. But my thing with Attack on Titan is it's good, but I think people put it on a pedestal that it just isn't on. I think.
Why do you think it doesn't need to be on a pedestal?
Because it's like I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, when you're reading something and they're trying to convey like the character moments and, oh, this is supposed to hit for this character. I'm supposed to cry. I'm supposed to feel this. I'm supposed to relate to this character. I don't think there's any character in Attack on Titan that I've truly related to, just because I feel like the situation that they're in is so unique that it's like, okay, this is how they would react within these circumstances, but I could never find myself within these circumstances. So it just doesn't hit for me. Like it doesn't. Like Aaron, I don't relate with Aaron.
You typically try to put yourself in the shoes of
always
every anime you watch.
Just about, yes. Actually, that's normally how I go about certain characters that I like. How relatable are they? You know, like what is it? What do they stand for? Is it in the gray? Is it too black and white? Like with Armin, I like Armin again, but this kid, he's a genius. You know, he always figures everything out. So for me, I'm like, all right, well, he's cool. He's a genius. Armin's raw. That's fine. Erwin, great character, great leader. I can't relate to that nigga. Levi, short. I'm short.
You can't relate to him because you're not a leader? Is what you're trying to say?
It's not about not being a leader. It's about who he is and his backstory.
You look like you're like 6'4" in your video.
People keep saying that, bro. I promise you, I'm 5'8" tops, nigga. That's it. But
I'm taller. No fucking way.
I get this all the time. I get this all the time. It actually breaks my spirit. I swear, because I wish I was tall, but I'm not. But yeah, it's just all the characters really I just can't really relate to. So it just doesn't.
I just want to let you know I'll go throw this back in your face when we get into the next time.
I understand. It just don't
okay, go ahead.
All right, that's really.
I feel that. I feel that.
I can't relate to any of these characters.
Ked, how you feel?
So as far as Attack on Titan as like short anime, I'm definitely gonna put it. I got it on my Mount Rushmore, man. So it's definitely top tier for me. In all honesty, the way to describe it, I love a good story.
You think it's so clear? You think it's so clear of whatever's next?
Yeah, it's for me. It's just the plot twists that are involved in the actual story itself is what got me hooked. Because you think that something's going to go one way and then it goes a completely different direction. You're just like, oh, wow, okay. And that's what initially got me hooked to the story itself. I do understand what he was talking about as far as like in certain characters, you know, that they aren't relatable. But in my head, I'm like, they're in a certain position that some of us may never find us in because it's just in one of those, it's just a very, very dark situation that they're in right now. And of course, given the circumstances of what they have to go through and what they're trying to achieve, you know, you have to think in terms of what would you do if you were put in these kind of positions. That being said, I know it's completely far out there, but the story itself is it's so layered to me. And that's what initially caught my attention with it. And granted, for me, I was trying to be anime only until a few years back, when I was just waiting long, like just for almost 4 years for the next season. And then when season 2 dropped and I realized it was only 12 episodes, I said I have to read because it's just so much that the story entails. It's like, okay, yeah, I gotta go read. So I personally love the manga, and I'm glad that I was able to follow along from that point. And I'm just ready for this final chapter, man. I'm gonna be heartbroken because it's like, yo, that manga for me it took up. I'm not gonna say it took up a lot of my time, but it's just like I have to find a new manga to read that's gonna capture my attention the same way that manga did.
Fair enough. Sin, I know you got some harsh Attack on Titan takes. Talk to me.
Okay, so I'm kind of similar with Jay, where I've been with AOT for almost the start. I remember reading the first chapter when it came out, actually. Granted, I wasn't reading it monthly back then, but I took like a big pause. But I remember reading it back then. It's kind of similar with Jay. It's Attack on Titan. Like the story is amazing. I don't think anyone can deny that.
Agreed.
The story and how it's written, Isayama does a perfect job at it.
I agree.
And it's like really good. I think Isayama's biggest issue is his characters. And I think that's the biggest issue with me for AOT and why it's not in my top 10 is because of the characters.
It's not even top 10 for you?
For short anime, it probably is top 10. I think for all time, not top 10.
Okay.
It's close though. I think it's like 12. Characters, I think Isayama kind of misses with like most of them. There's very few exceptions. Like there's Eren, there's like Zeke, Reiner, there's Erwin, but the cast.
You have not said whole... Levi. You hate Levi.
Levi's just raw. That's all he is, bro.
Levi is a fraud. No, he's not. He's just a hype man, to be honest. Which it isn't bad. I still like Levi. Yeah, he serves his purpose. But like as like a character, he's like there's like other characters I think are better, but characters in general, I think they lack a lot of just like substance to them. Mainly just interactions with other characters, like especially like with like this main side cast like Connie and Jean. I think they're sidelined like a lot, and mainly in the way that they don't have a lot of interactions and just character moments with other characters, especially with Eren or like the main villains, which is what I kind of need the most, especially for me because I'm like a character-driven person. So I need good characters more than a good story. For me personally,
I agree on the same way.
Other people are different, I know, but for me, I'd rather have good characters than a good story.
Fair enough.
I think that's important to say because I think you mind if I flex my personal growth real quick? But
go ahead, nigga.
I've gotten to a point where like I don't remember how I started, but I remember just kind of watching a conversation happen. I'm like, look at these two people who low-key kind of agree with each other, but just want to dunk on each other so hard they stop making sense. And and when I thought about it, I'm like, I don't really get into like these conversations and debates no more to like win. Like I don't care about that. Right. Like I'm mostly trying to see other people's perspective and point of view and what they value. And I totally am with Sen and Jay when it comes to the most important thing to me in anything I'm watching, playing, or reading are the characters. You can have a pretty mediocre story, but if there's one character in there I really could attach myself to, I might sit through all the mid. Inuyasha's a good example. I love Shishomaru. Give a fuck about that series. Sucks. Top to bottom. I don't like it, but I love Shishomaru. So I hung in there and I kept reading it. And it's come to the point where it's like, I like when people are able to explain themselves in that matter because it just lets you know at the very least what it is they're looking forward to or what they're looking for. So like you may care about the story more, you may care about the art or the fighting or things or whatever the case is, but when you start to see what people actually value in a narrative, you can start to kind of comprehend their way of thinking. I actually agree with them with that though. The only character in Attack on Titan I liked is Levi.
Indeed. Levi is the GOAT. He is most people's favorite character in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I wanna real quick before I ask other niggas, I wanna make it clear that Attack on Titan doesn't have bad characters. Their characters aren't fire, if that makes sense.
They aren't compelling. I get what you're saying.
Like they're not bad. They're not trash ass characters.
They're not trash. They're just okay.
Like
they're okay.
You know, they're all just
they have like their peaks
for the most part,
and then they're just like average. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, are most of you like more character oriented than story oriented? Just
We still haven't heard from. I don't think we heard from Steve or Rome.
Yeah, I know I'm
definitely a mixture of both.
I know from most of the series that I really like, it's mainly the character. I find a character that I really attach myself to, and then I enjoy the rest of the story. And if the plot is also excellent, that's when it starts hitting my top 10s.
That's icing on the cake.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why you think
I'll say this: I don't care about lore world building. It means nothing to me. Don't need it at all. Don't care.
Wow,
that's tough.
That's
I do like world building.
I understand. I understand
like world building a lot.
Yeah, I understand that's your taste, but
I am not a lore
merchant too.
That was the nicest way to say I understand you trash.
I'm a lore merchant. I'm not gonna lie. I love lore, nigga. That's why I love One Piece so much, nigga.
Bro, exactly. I need the lore. I need the story.
It's, you know what? That's why I like Toriko so much, bro. I fuck with Toriko so heavy.
I just started reading that. So
Toriko is so good, bro. Oh my god.
Nah, I read Toriko to end 2019. John, the greatest thing I did in my life on the Shonen Jump app, reading Toriko, I didn't know what I was missing. That John to go crazy.
So good.
It goes crazy.
So good.
Fair enough.
Toriko.
Niggas who haven't talked. I ain't heard from Matt. I ain't heard from TJ.
Well, in regards to AOT, I put it top 10 for sure. You know, I can't deny what it's been able to do, and just looking at the social media impact it's had, part of me sometimes thinks like if Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, when it first came out, if it was in this social media era, how people would react to it. But you know, I'll give AOT its prop for what it's able to do right now.
I want y'all to tell me an anime in the last 15 years that has done more for anime than AOT.
Define more for anime. Like,
I mean,
what has AOT done for anime?
Been more, okay, not done for anime, like it changed the game or some shit. I'm not saying that, but been more of a staple, like a face front. This is the anime than AOT, and I ain't talking numbers.
If we going numbers, you got to say
Sword Art
Demon
Online
Slayer
and One Punch Man immediately came to mind. Those are both
Sword Online and One Punch Man
when they first came out.
I think One Punch Man is a contender. I don't think it's past AOT.
AOT
if you want to
going, so like if they all stopped at season 1, it'd probably be One Punch Man.
I'll give Attack on Titan credit for this. Just like One Punch Man is one of those anime that I say break the anime threshold. So even if you talk to like the quote unquote normies, they know what it is and or like it. Right?
No, you right. He right.
So that's where I'll give it credit for. You talking about it being a staple of face of anime? I don't know where you got that from. Show me the article, because that's just cat.
Do you feel like Attack on Titan didn't? Wait, am I wrong in that?
It is one anime that I've seen as a good, that's been like, you know, popular for a while.
It was one of those.
But
it was one of those.
But anytime anything Psycho-Pass related got mentioned, I saw the whole TL on the internet blow up about Psycho-Pass season 2, the movie, season 3.
That ain't what
the
I'm
game.
talking. I'm not even talking. I'm not even. Yeah, way bigger. One, but two. I'm saying when Attack on Titan dropped, same way with One Punch Man, because I'm not denying One Punch Man. Niggas who weren't in the anime, grown man, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That aside, I'm giving it credit for that. But you said something about it being like the face.
I think that's what I mean. I think that's what I mean.
I didn't agree with that. Because even though JoJo's
when I say face,
when JoJo came out, anytime JoJo comes out, everyone cares. You know what I'm saying? There's other things out there.
So I guess what I meant by face is breaking into mainstream, like making it so that a person walking down the street who never seen anime heard about Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
heard about One Punch Man.
All the normies know.
So Naya, think about it this way: if someone walks around with a Survey Corps hoodie, people will identify that immediately.
No, that's fine. I understand.
It's the face.
If we're doing that though, Jay, then I have to add Boku no Hero, because that a lot of people are like normies or just like maybe kind of dabble with some hero stuff. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I guess like what or just to touch on what Sensei said, like name an anime that's more I guess popular or that exploded
mainstream
that exploded and honestly
in the last 15 years without numbers
you won't find one like Attack on Titan to me. I'm comfortable saying that Attack on Titan is like a gateway anime. I would say the same for One Punch Man as well.
Yes.
And I haven't seen people cosplaying and like Sensei and Jay said, like new anime fans cosplaying dressing up as and knowing about Attack on Titan or a new anime like I saw with Attack on Titan. The last time I saw people going crazy like that over an anime was like Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto was probably the last one.
And then you had
I would say that. I would say that
Attack on Titan went crazy, and then what's it called? Then what was it? My Hero was the next year in 2014.
Yeah,
and then I think One Punch Man was like the year right after
2016,
that. 2016.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I was about to ask, like, you know, man, I just shoot.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm biased because I read the manga, and the manga pissed me off, and so I just automatically give cross all points for Demon Slayer. That manga that ended. Nah,
well, listen.
man.
So this is. I'm glad you brought it up, right? Because Demon Slayer
That movie
is
like top grossing.
Yeah, no. Once the movie drops in America, bro, it's actually over. I actually think once the movie drops in America,
yeah.
Like Demon Slayer will explode after that movie. It's over, bro. But I think
that gonna come out in a couple months, right?
It's coming out in April.
Next month.
Yeah, I don't think. I feel like I know like trending topics get like real big on Twitter now, but I feel like before that one Demon Slayer episode, people wasn't really going crazy over the anime.
I think it was the same wave that JJK is on until episode 19. Then it was like some different shit. Now everybody's going back to.
Hey, I just watched JJK episode 19 today. And that shit is definitely better than Demon Slayer. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
JJK low diff Demon Slayer. Low diff.
No one's arguing that at all.
Off screen.
Demon Slayer don't belong in the same conversation with JJK. But I will say this for me.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
I do believe My Hero also served as a good gateway anime because out here in Cali, because it happened around when I moved to Cali, just the amount of people who didn't really watch anime like that, who weren't like anime purists or knowledgeable, they surely fell in love with My Hero Academia, especially with the movies that dropped in the States. So I will say that in terms of your original question, I would venture MHA being in that conversation for like, all right, what has been able to have an impact in the culture and especially as a gateway. I would definitely venture MHA before AOT real quick.
I will say
I don't think MHA is even comparable to Attack on Titan.
I think we can put Death Note in there.
Death Note can definitely be in there too. Early on, but Death Note was like the 2000s.
Death Note
that's why I said 15 years. That's why I said the last 15 years. That's why I said because we can talk about anime that did that for sure. But
I mean,
if I'm saying the last 15 years,
the thing is with fucking AOT, they took a fucking hiatus. And niggas was there on
hiatus.
It was still gas. It was still gas.
That hiatus was annoying, bro.
I'm with
still
you.
showed up
like,
later.
Niggas, second season, and niggas was still there like they
still there
dropped 6 months ago.
Like, they was trying to see niggas get eaten by naked giants.
You can only do that if you got that much hype.
Yeah, and in season 4, everybody's watching season 4. Everybody.
Bro, even Attack the One Punch Man season 2 wasn't even that good. Like,
it really was.
Didn't perform that well.
They
fumbled that well.
They fumbled the bag as hard as you could.
It didn't even perform that well.
Yeah, the bag was.
We might be having a different.
Animation, right?
But I'm saying no. I'm outside of that. It didn't even perform as well. Like the niggas who would like the motherfuckers who fell in love with One Punch Man and like got in on that wave. Didn't follow One Punch Man to season 2 is what I'm saying. Probably.
I think the only series that beats Attack on Titan, and I think this is kind of cheating, obviously, because it's a different season from an older anime, but I think it's Dragon Ball Super.
Super did blow up. Super blew up. And even if it wasn't as good, it blew up. Everybody,
that's that. I feel like that just goes back to the loyalty of the fan base, though. Yeah, that's more to the loyalty of the fan base. Yeah, that is cheating.
That is cheating, but you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but that is cheating.
No, of course, it doesn't count, but it is one of the seasons that probably did better than
niggas that ain't watched anime in 10 years pulled up.
Yeah, for real. Like legit.
Goku got a new form.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all this, bro. When I tell you this, bro, My roommate, bro, has not watched a shred of anime but Dragon Ball Z. When that Broly movie came out, that nigga was the first nigga in that movie theater, bro. The first one.
You don't know shit what's going on. He just know Goku and Vegeta.
Shut up, nigga. Shut up, bro.
Nigga still wearing the scouter. Like, nigga.
Still got the scouter on.
We have to remember how the internet was when Goku was Jiren was happening.
Yeah,
that shit was wild.
Yo, Ultra Instinct was popping, bro.
Niggas was
the
going
internet
crazy.
broke. Crunchyroll broke.
Ultra Instinct was popping, bro. Now, so I'll say this though, when JJK season 2 drops, it will break the internet. I guarantee it. There is no
when season 3 drops.
No, season 2, bro.
Star
Plasma.
I feel like they're gonna take a long
Star
time.
Plasma.
No, Star Plasma, sure. Star Plasma is my favorite arc,
bro. That's my favorite arc. But I'm telling you, when they see,
I think season 3 will blow up even more. Though,
season 3 will blow up
Season
more.
3 should be Shibuya incident, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be. It should be. It should be. But listen,
it's gonna be
just like Attack
shit.
on Titan though. When they got that much hype, they can
exactly.
Take
but I'm saying
break,
like
man.
because everyone loves JJK now, but this is the worst part of JJK. That's the wildest part. So when you see what happened, when you see that nigga Toji, I'm telling you, it's over. It's over. It's over, bro. I'm telling you.
All right. Did anybody else have? I know Rome. I haven't heard from you. Did you have something to say on the topic before I move to the next one? Because I know the next one niggas itching to get to.
The only thing I'll say is, since everyone's kind of speaking anecdotally, right? If we're speaking like what I saw in Toronto back in 2012 when Psycho-Pass came out, it was fucking huge.
Psycho-Pass.
Psycho-Pass was the shit in Toronto,
bro. No, it's not even Toronto.
The first season when it came out, because a lot of people by then, because of Fate Zero stuff, knew about Gen Urobuchi. He was a big name, and everyone was excited for anything he had his name on. So knowing that Gen Urobuchi was working on that was a big deal. We were seeing a lot of kind of little callbacks to like some Ghost in the Shell type beat stuff. So some people who are really cyberpunk fans who fuck with Ghost in the Shell, I had some 40-year-old people I know who came out the woodworks out of nowhere talking about, we're going to be referencing some like Ghost in the Shell stuff and everything. So that's just anecdotally, but My Hero should be right there because My Hero is big worldwide. And even over here too, when that came out and it was kind of in its infancy, a lot of people who do not watch anime were big My Hero fans. So I'm not gonna go and say it was over AOT, but at least comparable.
Right. Okay, fair enough. I'm rolling. All right, niggas. Down for the chaos. The next topic I have is called The Greats. Attack on Titan versus Full Metal Alchemist. Where do you niggas stand and why?
AOT is over.
Can I say neither?
Naya.
I mean, you gotta pick one. Which one you think is better?
None of these mean anything to me. So neither.
Which one you think is better?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Thank you. That's all.
Cap.
I don't ask for more.
Brotherhood.
Cap,
I don't ask for more.
AOT for me, bro.
Naya, you did your job.
Yeah.
Oh,
why?
okay.
No, but why though? I gotta hear why.
He sent it to the bench.
I gotta hear why, because some of you niggas
rebound.
He grabbed that board and sent that nigga to the bench. He got his board. He's good.
Funny as hell. I got Steve. Give me why. Why?
For me, Full Metal Alchemist was more political and shit like that. But Attack on Titan had the political aspect, but it also had the twists and the turns and shit like that we didn't get in Full Metal Alchemist. It had a bunch of shit in Attack on Titan that I wasn't suspecting.
That's definitely
this nigga lied. How can you lie? How can you lie like that? How could you lie?
Hey, let this nigga finish, bro.
Yeah,
All right,
Full Metal Alchemist had twists and shit like
being
that.
a
But it didn't have
bigot.
the same twists and shit like that I expected.
That
That I didn't expect out of Attack on Titan. That shit was really like straight up like get out your seat. What the fuck just happened? Type shit. And I feel like that shit just was a different, you know what I'm saying, bargain. It was a different level than Full Metal Alchemist for me.
Okay.
Y'all can slander me.
Y'all can attack now.
slander
What's
me
up?
now.
Who got something? Who got something to say to counter?
I got something.
I'm gonna buy my time.
What's
So,
up?
as far as the argument that you said, no plot twist. Can you touch on that more?
Man pulled up and said, "What do you mean by that?"
What do you
Not
mean
the
by
plot. Is the straight up surprise reveals and shit like that Attack on Titan has that I don't feel like Full Metal Alchemist had. I feel like
it had it,
but they just weren't that level.
It probably didn't. Yeah, it probably didn't hit you as hard as like.
And Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan. Not only did they hit you hard, they waited on it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no first 3-4 episodes or nothing like that. Like how we be saying, like they.
I actually want to ask that question. What do y'all feel like the biggest like plot twist or biggest reveal in FMAB was? For me, it was the father shit, like the Hohenheim father shit. But maybe it was something else for y'all.
I just feel like
I'm just so upset. Probably how Hohenheim came to be.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
so upset.
Also,
I'm so upset.
The true like ingredient for the Philosopher's Stone.
Okay,
I guess that kind of counts.
Yeah, finding out in the laboratory exactly what it takes and how it became widespread and incorporated several different countries, and they've been planning that shit for centuries. That drone was crazy.
Sen, do you hear this shit, bro?
Yeah.
The countrywide transmutation will probably be number
one.
Bro,
Sen, do you hear this shit, bro? All right, so are we
JD,
done?
get his shit off. No, let JD get his shit off.
Are we done?
Yeah, go ahead,
are we
bro.
done lying?
No, we not done. Okay. But you can get your shit
I'm saying,
off.
are we done lying? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Are we done lying?
I might got some lies in the tuck.
Okay, so you talking about plot twist, right? How many of y'all knew that Salim Bradley was a homunculus?
Wait.
Okay, I
can
talk
about King Bradley.
Salim Bradley.
Wait, wasn't that shit revealed like episode 12 or some shit?
No, that was late in the series. That was late.
Bro, he fought. When did he fight Greed in the fucking sewers, bro?
Fight Greed? No, Salim Bradley, his son. His son. Pride.
My bad.
Yeah,
that ain't no plot twist.
That was closer to the Promised Day. That was closer to the Promised Day. Yeah,
that was late as hell. You talking about it? Okay, and then on top of that, we didn't even know Fuhrer King Bradley was a homunculus till like episode 20, 23.
Was it 23? I feel like that fight happened early as hell, bro.
It was definitely
exactly. I'm like 12 or 8, bro.
That's cap.
What? No, it wasn't, nigga. Oh my god, he fought Greed in the sewer, bro. And we saw that nigga eyeball, bro.
He showed his eye when he fought Greed in the sewer. That was definitely.
It was the old Greed as well.
The only thing the only thing I could say on that is I wasn't shocked. But I can't say I saw it coming.
Look at this.
That's cap. Y'all here lying. Y'all lying.
Oh,
niggas be lying.
This nigga is typing like he working from home right now.
I am though. Nah, but that's a plot. That's a plot twist in itself. The Shao Tucker shit.
It was
wild.
too early to be that much of a plot twist. G.
The Shao Tucker shit was wild.
Chat should be on the screen, but I'm in chat right now. What's up?
You mean to tell me y'all weren't shocked by that Shao Tucker stuff?
I just made this Discord.
The Shao Tucker shit? I don't think it was a plot twist. It was just a reveal. Like it was just like a damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so then. What about
anything different in the world?
Plot twists don't really make or break a story.
Honestly,
I don't really
Attack on Titan not big. Is Attack on Titan big on plot twists, or is it also just big on reveals?
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's both, G.
Okay, so what's the plot? What's the plot?
What's his name being Titans? That was a plot twist, I think.
Yes, G. That was 1,000%.
A lot of shit, like the basement shit, that's a reveal.
The basement was a reveal.
That's like one of the top 5 moments.
But the government shit was a plot twist. The government shit was a plot twist. What's up, Steve-O? I mean, Tech. I mean, Steve-O.
Steve-O, they lying right now. They lying here.
Well, no. I think the basement was actually a plot twist because we didn't actually know there was civilization outside the walls before that.
Definitely a plot twist.
A lot of people were thinking that though. Like I think
people were thinking
like
that,
it was an expansion of the world. Like I just look at it as a reveal.
I also look at it as a reveal, so I'm not mad at it. The government shit was definitely a plot twist. Them being Titans was definitely a plot twist. What's the name being his brother was a plot twist. The Beast Titan being his brother was a plot twist.
Also, what about Scar? What about this though? What about Scar being the one that killed Wimby's parents?
You've been googling plot twists and everything.
No. Chill. I ain't be googling nothing. I do a window capture right now. I'll window capture my history right now, nigga. I ain't got no shame. What about?
He saw the truth and then he like anyway.
Exactly. He like, all right, well, hold on, let me find some other.
Nigga, my question is, it doesn't destroy a plot twist just because it's early, so that's a fraudulent take. Second of all, that's a fraudulent ass take. Second of all, Scar killing Winry's parents, that's a plot twist in itself. And that's a pretty big one.
Definitely a plot twist.
That's definitely a plot twist. 100%. Figuring out what happened with the Ishvalan War.
That's also a reveal.
That's not a reveal. That's a plot twist.
How so? What did we?
Because
think
Scar,
happened that
because we
didn't
believe
happen?
Scar has been justified.
That's what a plot twist.
Because think about it this way: Scar has been justified in killing all these humans because of what the people did to Ishval. Little did he know that he actually killed humans that were helping him in the first place. That's a plot twist. And it being Winry's parents gives her the full right to actually take revenge on him.
I disagree.
Yeah, I would say that's a plot twist.
That's a plot twist.
Like a plot twist is when you think something is about to happen and then something else happens. It's not like you thought something about somebody, then you found out more about him. Like,
I feel like it's a very vague description of a plot twist.
Actually, a plot twist can be foreshadowed though.
Exactly.
So don't lose sight of that.
Yep. So hold that one. So anyway.
So JD, tell me why.
Like,
tell me why
twist deals with what like happened.
Also, I don't understand why we're defining plot twist as some kind of measure for the quality of an anime. That makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense.
Steve gave the take that FMAB didn't really have the plots and the twists and the turns in his words.
Because you can have a plot, you can have a plot twist and it can still be ass. I'm just saying, you can have an ass plot twist.
It could still be ass. I don't think Attack on Titan has had
They don't have
ass plot
any.
twist.
They don't have any ass.
Yeah, like Conjuro.
In addition to Steve, when you said that it was like just political, it's like you gotta understand that the whole thing about FMAB was acquiring the status of God. Like that's not just political. This is man trying to be a god. That's nowhere near political. That's more we're going to the religious,
That's
philosophical type stuff.
FMA is all
Yeah,
about
so I would say
it
is. So you saying just political is just like nah. It just
it means you didn't watch. It means he wasn't watching. That's what it means. You weren't watching the series. It means you don't know what you're talking about.
One time and not 17 times like you niggas.
Okay, so what you saying is, so what you means I'm more educated.
Do an annual rewatch and still not get bored because it's not just political. It's not just one aspect that makes FMAB one of the my top rushmore.
Hey, why do you think FMAB is better than Attack on Titan?
Look, FMAB is an anime I can easily turn on and watch, no distractions, undivided attention every year, and I do it every year. It's every time. It's just so everything about it. I'm biased when it comes to allegories to stuff like the Four Horsemen, Apocalypse, the Seven Deadly Sins, and the Seven Deadly Sins were so well captured in the homunculi with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Each one fit their role so well, and even the slight differences, such as Sloth being one of the fastest homunculi itself was just like, that's dope, because when you think about Sloth, you don't think about speed like that. But the fact that they did that, the whole thing about Wrath and how he was a former human and then became a homunculi. Now, I will say this because I had a conversation with somebody. Like, they could have. This is where I'll mention Tokyo Ghoul, because Tokyo Ghoul does a great job with capturing the conversion of a human into a ghoul. They could have done that with Wrath a little better in terms of adding more depth to him, but overall, I'm not going to complain because it was still good. It was still dope how they did that. Right. Then giving him Salim Bradley, who was Pride and playing the role of Sun, and he still got a human wife. And even his own takes on how he's like, despite raising this family, despite coming from a human background, he still saw it all as pointless. He still saw like, humans suck. Like, they're just a waste of time. Why are they crying all that?
Well, actually, I would actually mention the one thing that he actually appreciated about humanity is the fact that he was able to choose his wife. That's the one thing he was able to choose. So he actually held his wife in regard. So while he had disdain for humanity, I think it's the fact that I think he hated his own humanity in picking his own wife. So he belittled humanity, but at the same time, he realized that he enjoyed the life he lived as a human. And it was like a conflict for him. So when he went out, he just went out like a G with that monologue with Scar. I was like, okay, I like that. And then don't forget the line that he mentioned about the Ishvalans being mad at him. He said, you mad at me, nigga? Be mad at your fucking God that I came here and bodied all y'all and that God didn't fucking pull up in the first place. That shit is wrong, nigga. What are you talking about?
I'm not denying it. One thing I will say, and I'm sure niggas gonna say this at some point, FMAB has it on the characters.
It's easy.
The way they clear. It's clear. It's definitely clear.
You can look at Uzumi Izumi?
Izumi Curtis.
Even the secondary characters had depth to them.
It's clear on the character.
Lieutenant Ross,
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
That automatically makes it better.
Automatically.
It does not for me.
That
It
is
does not
For me.
Super cap.
Fraudulent.
It does not. It is not clear on the story.
What do you mean it's not clear?
What do you mean it's not clear on the story?
Okay.
Define that.
I'm saying it's not clear.
Story.
I'm like, the story isn't clearly better than AOT. The story of FMAB is not
We're
clearly
not saying
better
it's clearly
than AOT.
better, but I'm talking about the characters. It's just completely
For sure.
outrageous. I'm talking like it's 70-30.
How much you hold territory?
I said that exactly. I said that because I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying, what y'all pulling, the greatness that y'all pulling from FMAB is leaning more towards characteristics and how characters are driven and their motivations and shit like that, which 1000% is fire. Again, I want to preface all of this, not preface because I'm in the middle of this shit. I love FMAB and Attack on Titan. They are my 1 and 2 for short animes. Not 1 and 2, 2 and 1, respectfully. So I want that to be known that I love both of these, but it comes down to the little finer points that makes one push one over the other, which is what we're trying to get into. But I definitely want niggas to continue to, like, you know what I'm saying, hate each other for saying some of this wild shit.
He said hate each other.
Continue.
I don't really have. I don't have a dog in this race.
I will say.
Can I interject real quick?
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Let him in.
Like again, here you're seeing what people value, but a little bit. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I had to actually had someone kind of check me on this the other day, and I'm like, no, that's a really good point. I'll keep that in mind moving forward. Where sometimes, like, let's say, you know, I'm in this call, and honestly, for real, I just started with anime, and this is one of these are like one of my first like 20 or so. A lot of this shit is going to be novel to you, right? Because I recall when Black Clover niggas were telling me how unique Asta was, and I'm like, he's boneless. He's boneless. He's boneless.
Unique, nigga?
Literally, no one.
Hold on.
Unique.
They never seen a character, I guess, who had anti-magic. I'm like, I've been reading Index for years, right? So this is boneless Tomo as far as I'm concerned, right? But someone had to kind of check me, like, bro, you've been reading manga since you could literally read. I'm like, that's true. And after he's like, a lot of this stuff is going to be new to newer fans, and they're going to be more impressed with it. And I find that, personally speaking, just from the people I talk to, a lot of the people who really, 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 really like Attack on Titan, they're newer-ish. They're in that newer-ish category. Okay. And I only say that to bring. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm only speaking anecdotally, but I only bring that up to say that Attack on Titan, to me, I'm gonna say this, and I mean it when I say it, and I piss a lot of people off. It's a zombie story to me, right? That's what it feels like to me. Once Eren looked over the sea and said the enemies are over there, tight beat, and I'm like, okay, so this is another story where humanity's the real true enemy, and I'm like, boo. Get better material. I've seen this before. I'm crying.
But it's really just Harley, right? Well,
so my interest actually completely gets lost right at that moment. Don't get me wrong. Things happen after the fact that are incredible. I'm not taking that away from the series. But for me, I'm like, this is just a zombie story, and I kind of checked out mentally. Now with FMAB,
wait, because I got a question. Hemmings, what is a zombie story? I don't know what that means.
Okay, so usually what happens with zombie stories, okay, so I see the Titans are zombies in the sense that it's not a plague or anything like that, but it's just like, you know, they're like this dangerous thing that kind of eat people, not that they turn people into it. But my point is that stories love to use the zombies as a force that everyone needs to be against, but because humans are so trash, the real enemy is always humanity. So when that kind of twist comes and you learn that you're on Paradise or Paradise, I can't remember the island it's called, and there's Marlians and whatever the fuck, and they're like, oh, so the real enemy is just humanity. At the end of the day, I'm like, this is just a zombie story to me in that vein. Like I say, we never talk about the lesson of a story. The takeaway is like humanity is kind of mid. You know what I'm talking about? So I was like, I'm good on that. So,
what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, and what zombie story do one group? Because I know what you mean. Like, there's always factions and shit. Does the one faction have a monopoly over all the zombies, and everybody else wants them dead for it? Like, Claymore. That fact makes it. I haven't read enough zombies.
I heard literally. Nah, I got you. Literally Claymore. Literally.
I mean, I read Claymore.
I haven't seen Claymore, so I don't know.
But that does.
I haven't seen Claymore either.
Claymore's really good. Shout out to
Claymore's
Phantom Mirror to go. Yes,
stereotypical,
sir.
like,
Phantom Mirror to
textbook
go.
zombie
No
story.
spoilers.
That's just another series.
But Claymore, Resident Evil, you know what I'm saying? Walking Dead. It's, you know, bro. It's
Niggas in Resident Evil do not own the zombies, bro.
Exactly.
Well,
they created the virus. They own the zombies. They do.
What?
Yes.
There's a
Core
clear
pretty much
difference.
owns the zombies.
But
No,
yeah,
bro.
You get what I mean.
And
They
Resident
act
Evil
like-
5, and Resident Evil 5,
No.
it's a pretty
No.
clear line drawn between the two protagonists
No.
and the evil people who have control over the undead.
The villain is never the zombies.
You could argue that Umbrella at least started
And
off
Resident
with
Evil
that,
4 as well.
They didn't start, but they didn't create zombies or the whatever virus that created zombies so that they could control the world. They created this shit and then tried to fix it by creating more of this shit.
That's not true.
My point is they
tried
never
to create
controlled it.
bioterrorism. So they could have the vaccine and everything, and then you have to come for them for everything. That's not true at all. And I'm new to Resident Evil.
What I'm saying is they never controlled it. They never controlled it. And in every single Resident Evil story, whatever nigga takes the virus
You're
that
right.
is supposed
They'll
to be
go
the
off
super
of their
virus,
own thing. You're right. Fair enough.
they never control. It's never like, okay, yeah, no, Umbrella owns this super nigga, like this super zombie. We made these little zombies to fight you fodder, nigga, and have a super zombie just in case y'all beat the fodder. That's never the case.
That's kind of not Mr. T, Mr. X. All those, like, they do have super zombies they save though. That's not true, bro.
Bro, they all go off on their own shit, bro.
I'm just saying.
Always.
Okay, let me just finish my FMA point, and then you guys could go ahead. Because again, I don't have a dog in this race. I think FMAB has a lot more memorable scenes to me personally. Like, I'll never forget the first time I seen Ed break back through the door to point at Alfonso's body, and he's like, "Alfonso!"
Top fucking tier. I fucking love that.
And
scene.
then when obviously we know the one where Roy Mustang starts snapping his fingers.
Ooh,
yeah, right?
Firing
Like,
up lust and envy, cooking them.
yeah, like there's so many things at FMA I can just go to an iconic thing. Boom.
Mace
things
Hughes,
that-
Mace
oh,
Hughes
it
seeing
hits
his
me.
wife and then getting shot, bro.
Yes. I could have racked my brain for personally for those scenes in Attack of the Titan, except for the scene with Irvin going, "My soldiers rage, my soldiers scream." That's the one that comes to mind immediately.
For the Berthold and Reiner reveal?
No, I didn't because I didn't get Reiner. I got Berthold. I got him. I didn't get Reiner. That one was kind of obvious to me. I don't even remember why.
So
wow.
not
I gotta
even
think about it. But Reiner, I didn't.
The basement reveal?
Basement reveal was not a big deal to me, bro.
I think I said
but we
I
seen
think
it.
I
Environmental.
Wait.
Basement reveal was underwhelming to me. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Yeah,
The basement reveal was everything.
I could just explain to you. I think it was good. I could just explain to you why I didn't care as much. I just think I sat on it too long. I think that happens to me sometimes, where it's like, oh yeah, that was okay. I guess okay, cool. Like, you know, like I just kind of sat on it too long, so it probably didn't hit me as it should. But it was good. I won't take that away.
I think the basement reveal isn't that good on its own, but it's coupled with Grisha's flashback, which makes it good.
That is the reveal. G, ain't that like the same thing?
I guess
That's
it's
what
kind of, yeah. I mean,
because of
unless you want to talk about the reveal itself. As
The
in, like,
reveal
the
that
picture.
there's a world outside the walls, as if niggas didn't guess that there was a world outside the
Wait,
walls.
if niggas are saying
completely
the
changed the
basement
plot of the
reveal
series.
is showing a picture
I didn't
of
get that.
Crystal with another family, that's not what I'm saying the basement reveal is. Like, the basement
If you're talking
reveal
about the
is
Grisha flashback, then yeah, I agree. It was
everything
it was
they
very good.
learned or going in the basement. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, then yeah.
So the
See, I don't even be thinking about that. I just be thinking about.
Shit,
I just be
Annie
thinking
was
about the
revealed
picture.
that-
I'm thinking about the picture, Armin and the soul and the sea and shit. I'm like, all right, bro.
The Annie reveal too. I like
The
the
picture alone was fire to me because that changed everything. Like, we didn't even know these niggas had photography.
Shit, honestly,
Exactly. Like, that shit changed literally everything. Like,
No, it was kind of crazy because the first thing you see is air blimps and cars.
Photograph, yeah.
That alone changed everything for me.
Another reveal was fucking Aaron's stepmom or whatever mom fucking ate his
Yeah.
real mom.
Yeah.
There's reveals all
I actually
through
forgot
it,
about that. That's a
bro.
good point.
That was
That
pretty-
moment
that was
Which
pretty
went back to the very first episode, which, to be honest, AOT, the first episode starting off was just like, that itself was crazy. It got
I think another good moment is
because so much was happening with
I
all
still
the
don't understand
characters, and
that.
they gave it to us later on. Like,
I see
even though
just
it
so
was
going
going on,
eat his
the
mama.
people invading.
I think another good moment is Aaron actually punching that Titan's hand and him actually taking control of the Titans.
That shit shocked the fuck out of me.
That was cute as hell.
That was
That shit was cute.
And then also the Aaron Kruger and Grisha scene.
Well, the thing with Attack on Titan is like you can't say it doesn't have memorable moments because it wouldn't be as good if it didn't have memorable moments. I think my thing is that when I watch FMAB, the series as a whole hits all the time. To me, in my personal opinion, you may disagree. I don't think there's an actual bad episode of Attack on Titan. I don't think there was not Attack on Titan. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't think there was ever a time where I was really bored because I think
first episode.
I don't even think there's a character that I don't like.
I disagree.
In FMAB.
Kind of
because if you think
first episode good.
Because for me, the philosophical debate and the philosophies that each character had, like if you think about Kimli, who I think is extremely underrated. Kimli is an excellent antagonist, and the way he lives his life, the antagonism that this nigga had for so many different people, the shit he did in Ishval, and the fact that he was the one that caused Scar to go on this rampage. He's the one that destroyed Drachma, that completed the entire circle for basically the promised day to begin. Like Kimli was a problem from minute one to the day he died.
Should have never let that nigga
get They should never let that nigga out, bro.
Should have
never let that nigga
just want to see the world burn. But I do agree with you. Every character in FMAB
I care more about Kimli
intentional and dope.
Y'all spoke. What'd you say, Katie?
No, I was saying like for me, I care more about Kimli as a villain than I did Father. Like
of course,
I full stop. Like
I
Father
agree with that.
Father was mid.
I was about to say, I actually think Father's the weakest part. I actually think he's the weakest part.
Kimli,
Really?
I was the real villain all along, man.
I didn't care about him. To me, the GOAT villains are Fury King Bradley and Kimli. Those are my two GOATs, for real, for real.
Fair enough.
I would say it's Bradley and Envy.
Yeah. Envy was good, but
I could.
Kimli,
I think thematic wise, Envy was.
Well, actually, I think the depth of Kimli was actually better than Envy.
Does anybody else besides Steve? Does anybody else besides Steve have AOT over FMAB?
I do currently.
Sen?
I do.
Yeah. Sen, you have AOT over FMAB?
Currently, it's like one spot away. I actually like. I haven't really thought about it.
Hold on. Is Kid talking? That's Kid talking. Hold on, Kid. Sen, get your shit off.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, from the way that the manga is going right now, have it slightly above FMAB. You know, just because of just the way that the ending has been going and the way that it surprised me. You know, that full stop was like, okay, yeah, I think I like this a little better than FMAB. Just I'm not trying to give out spoilers, but. Yeah, just from the last chapter, from what I read, I was like, okay, yeah, I might have to put this over FMAB just from the way it is because there was no way that I saw
just off the ending alone. Just off the ending alone.
I wouldn't say just off the ending alone.
Oh, there you go.
Is it me?
No, nigga. Everybody's here. This nigga's running in slow motion, bro. That nigga got caught by the Matrix, bro.
That nigga's
every AOT member here.
Oh shit!
Hey,
go ahead, Steve. What you gotta say?
He threw me off with the zombie talk on some real shit. I was confused as fuck. But on some real shit, like it's hard as fuck to argue this shit. Because I had Full Metal Alchemist in my Mount Rushmore as well. So it's hard as shit to argue and slander.
Yeah, you hurting inside, right? Your heart is being torn from piece to piece. Like,
I got the shit in my top 5. So the shit is, so fuck you first and foremost, Sensei.
You are very fucking welcome, nigga.
Because I got Full Metal Alchemist at 4 and it just dropped behind AOT. So this shit is hard as fuck to argue. But
yeah, man, you'll be good. Sen, tell me why you like AOT over FMAB. My bad, take that.
Okay, so they're pretty much neck and neck. It's like one spot away.
They are neck and neck.
It is, and I think it's mainly just circumstance for me. I think, I actually think like I've rewatched FMA like probably like 3 times, but the last time I watched it was like 7 or 8 years ago.
Right.
So I think as soon as I do a rewatch, I'll easily put it above. Like I already know.
How many times have you rewatched AOT? Or you haven't because it's not done?
Well, I mean, I rewatched like the anime twice.
Right.
Manga I haven't reread from the start.
Okay.
But like the anime I watched like twice.
Right.
Yeah, so I think as soon as I rewatch this, maybe I'm gonna put it above. So it's mainly just a circumstance thing for me. Plus, I'll see how the last chapter goes because I'm not a fan of this last arc. But
same.
Yeah.
Take God.
Okay. Well, first I'll start by saying that I'm super story over characters. I'm story over action. I'm story over everything. Like I'm a story ass nigga. And I think both of them like exceed in that. And like for me, like Attack on Titan and Full Metal are actually very similar in a lot of ways. Like just for me, because one, they're like the only two series that are kind of long where like I look at them and I'm like, they like it's just so tightly written. Like from the first episode to the end, it's like either these two authors are like the greatest improvisers of all time. Like these niggas planned this shit out before they even started. Like that, and I don't think that either one of them did. That's just how amazing both of the series are. They're also similar to me in that I think that both of them. This is for the manga for Attack on Titan, but for the anime for Brotherhood, I think they both fall off towards the very end. I think that the ends of both of them are not as good as the rest of them. And like given the fact that I'm a story ass nigga, I just think that like when you rewatch Attack on Titan and just see how perfectly laid out everything is, it's I highly recommend rewatching that shit.
Yeah,
like,
I do too.
From one to at least to the basement reveal. Like just seeing him lay out the hints, it's fucking crazy. But anyway, I have a couple gripes with Full Metal Alchemist plot wise. Yeah. Like I don't think it's as perfect as niggas think it is. Like one of my biggest gripes with it is just the fact that they let niggas run free. They let the sacrifices run free. Like, and basically get prepared to defeat them when they could have like easily just imprisoned them or some shit. I really don't like the fact that they were able to easily just force a nigga to use human transmutation at the end, as opposed to like I feel like that devalues the whole idea of the human sacrifice, where you can just force a nigga to use human transmutation at the last minute if you don't have enough sacrifices.
So believe it or not, the purpose of that is the view of Father. His view of humans is so little that he believes that no matter what happens, I can just literally manipulate them to do whatever. And that was the whole purpose of the flashback with Hohenheim, is that at the end of the day, he manipulated an entire country into creating a philosopher's stone. And he rewarded Hohenheim, the only one that actually helped him out with that. And it was on a whim. He had no regard for humans and their intelligence at all. And that was the whole point of what happened to him. He was chasing after knowledge, and he believes humans are so beneath him that why would I even bother wasting my time? Remember when we were first introduced to Father? He didn't even raise a fist to him. He gave them back their alchemy, and he healed out because he just didn't view humans as anything. So that's the whole point. That's why they let them run free.
But
it's
that
part of
nigga
his
spent
character.
multiple scenes looking over those chess pieces, like they're all coming into place. Like my plan is finally coming together. Like he was focused on that shit.
But think about the
then
word.
at
Think
last
about the.
minute,
But before you go, think about the verbiage. What pieces were they?
The sacrifices I'm talking about.
They were pawns. He always called them pawns, the most minuscule pieces on the chessboard.
That's cool.
That's the
Either
whole
way.
But no,
Like, his
you're
whole
saying that's
plan
cool,
is
but you're missing my point.
Bro,
His
I'm not
point is
missing
that
your
he
point.
doesn't care about what they do. No matter what happens, I have complete control of you no matter what way you go. I have control of fate. That's his whole point. He's more powerful than everybody. That's the whole point. And he ended up winning in the end.
I think Take God's point is that even though
like literally every time I talk, I'm just trying to let him completely.
My bad. Go ahead if you want to continue. I thought you.
Nah, you can go ahead first.
I think his point is that even though this nigga looks at them as pawns, it's like if you had the power to do what you did at the end, why not do it sooner?
Exactly. Like that's damn near a plot hole to me that he can even do that. Because why the fuck do these niggas even matter if you can just do this shit?
So
exactly, that's what he's saying.
If you know you can do an assignment, why do we procrastinate?
I don't.
You may not, but a lot of us, especially millennials, yes, we procrastinate. Why do we procrastinate?
Niggas procrastinated for 1,000 years.
Nigga,
yes, but my question is, but why do we procrastinate?
Niggas want to?
Because we know we can do it at the end of the day.
I don't know.
We have that confidence. All right, well, I can just do it this time. I'm fine. I can just waste this day.
Yeah.
As a teacher, if you
I don't
know
think
your
he was
students,
procrastinating. I think he was waiting for the countrywide transmutation circle to finish.
Exactly. And the moment it was time, guess what happened? Everything happened. That's why it's called the
But
promise
then you
day.
can also realize that Father himself was just a super arrogant person, so he didn't feel pressured at all. He didn't start feeling pressure until the very end.
Exactly.
Honestly,
I get that. And
he was super confident that everything would work out. So that's why I don't see it as a plot hole.
It's not a plot hole at all to me. I just don't think it's a plot hole to me. It's not a plot hole.
Wait. What's a plot hole?
He thinks the fact that Father waited and didn't actually just make them, didn't just grab them all together and then turn them into human sacrifices was a plot hole.
The plot hole to me is the fact that he can force anyone to do human transmutation and turn them into a sacrifice. So why the fuck are you monitoring these niggas for the whole show when you can just get 5 niggas when the transmutation circle is done? That bothered me. But yeah.
And I feel it. I'm not mad at that take at all.
I think that's a bad take, personally. That's just a bad take. But that's fine. You got a right to opinion.
Half of them already did it, so just easy, matter of convenience. Half of them already went through the whole process, so less work for him.
Bro, it's not just like, oh, they just there. These niggas, the homunculi were actively protecting these niggas. Like, to the point where they were actually exploiting the homunculi. They like, if we fucking go get fucked up by Scar, these niggas will come protect us.
But don't they have to open the gate?
But why would you
willingly?
do that if you don't give a fuck about them?
But don't they have to open the gate willingly?
Any niggas to do this shit.
They don't. That was the point. That's his point. They didn't.
Well, okay.
They didn't have to do
open it willingly. He got forced to do it.
Yeah, he got forced to do it.
But think about it this way. He was forced because he was put in a situation where everything would go wrong if he didn't. So it was still by his will that he did it.
It was not by his will. They literally grabbed this nigga and Pride grabbed this nigga and forced him to do it with that scientist nigga. It was not his will at all.
Hawkeye's life was on the line. Hawkeye was telling him not to do
it. You're mixing up the plot. It's okay. He refused to do it for Hawkeye.
Yeah, he refused. He did refuse to do it.
All right, then.
It's cool.
It is okay. It is okay.
Either way, I just feel like Attack on Titan.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta rewatch.
I've watched Brotherhood. Like, don't make it seem like I've still.
These are
it's still 1 and 2, bro.
It's still like Steve. For me, it's just like,
so I'm not.
I don't care about either series, so I'm just kicking back and listening to everybody. Everybody, I don't give a that much.
I'm definitely not trying to kill it.
We're not trying to kill it. We're not trying to kill it.
It's really a dog in this because they both so close.
None of these are sniffing my top 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, I just
wait. You said not sniffing top 50?
Yeah.
None of them?
Damn. Yeah, Hemming's been drunk on that shit since the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, actually, you did preface short anime.
I did say short.
I did say short. So it's probably like in the 50s. 40s.
Nigga, wow,
that's wild.
That shit is wild.
No, but
wow.
I mean, I know he said because he said he has a lot of like shoujo and shit like that he fuck with, like
slice of life
and shit like that. Yeah, slice of life joints. So I'm not mad. I don't know a lot of them. So it could fuck around and be 20 or 30 of them.
Inio Asano series are short, like Solonin and like Girl on the Shore, and I definitely have those over both these series too. So like I have to think about
and I don't know them, so that's why I'm not really on you. It's just wild to hear a nigga say that. Like top 50?
Yeah.
Like 50?
No, it's not even like that. Because the problem is the thing.
I'm a spider. So what is top 50? You see what I'm saying? Like top 50.
No, I
don't like doing this sometimes because like then I feel like I'm being a dickhead. But my only point is just that like for everyone else, I understand. I get it. It's cool. I am not as impressed by either of these series as other people were. That's all. But I don't think it's bad. That's the thing. It's one thing if I'm bad. If I'm like, oh, they're both trash. I don't think they're trash. They're cool. But, I think someone said this earlier, which shocked me. So let me bring this up before I forget, now that it came to my mind. I do not go. Someone said that someone said both series are like similar. I don't agree with that personally. I don't go to each series for like similar things in that sense. No, I'm not done.
My
point is that
they both are tightly written and they both fall off towards the end, in my opinion, compared to the early parts.
I wasn't going in that direction. I was just gonna say like these would be two series that I pick up and or watch for completely different reasons. Because I don't even think they're really that similar tonally. I think FMA is way funnier. It's got more slapstick and things of that nature. Got my muscly niggas flexing, Team Armstrong, stuff like that. Whereas AOT, I wouldn't go to it for something like that. Cause like FMA I can go to and I can just kind of have a good time despite all the things that are happening. But yeah.
I just got two more things to finish off my point. I'm gonna move on. Bringing up that thing was just to say that I feel like those type of things don't exist in Attack on Titan, which from a plot standpoint gives it a slight edge to me. Aside from some shit that's been happening with Zeke in the latest chapters that I'm iffy on, but niggas is cool with, I guess. But well, I forgot the second point, so we just move on.
Cut it up. Does anybody else have anything to say or any takes to get off on AOT versus FMAB before I move?
I don't think I've ever asked this. How do you guys feel about the artwork? Because I really don't like it personally.
I never read FMAB.
I'm not a big fan.
I never read FMAB. I've only read AOT, so
I think the anime improves both.
I can't comment on that.
I think it's fine. I've read a lot worse. I mean, I'm a fan of the One Punch Man webcomic, so art doesn't matter to me.
But to me,
so art doesn't matter to me.
It fits to me though. One's art being kind of bad sometimes with jokes makes the joke funnier to me.
Sometimes. That shit sucks.
Nah, but like, it's hard to, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. I don't want to go into it.
No. I know what he's saying.
Beauty's in the high of the beholder. I'm not trying to say he can't draw or nothing. My point is,
I'm in the minority where I like the webcomic more than the manga.
So do I.
Wow.
So do I.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have our gloves off on that one day. Funny as hell. All right, man. Next topic. So we can move away from the AOT and FMAB stuff a little bit. It's called Defense. What truly makes a fan base bad / toxic? I hear a lot of niggas on
I'm gonna start
gatekeeping.
One of the fan bases in particular is DBZ. Because the last couple of days, everybody's been talking about the big three and how DBZ should be in the big three, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, I personally don't understand why they want it to be a big three when it's literally the grandfather of some of them niggas. And I know someone in here mentioned before that there's an anime that actually did a lot of what Dragon Ball Z got credited for. But DBZ, I have no problem admitting that what it did for the culture at the time was monumental. But niggas gotta learn how to let that John go. Like, there are still better stories. Wait.
So let me ask you this, just so we can confine this, Abe. Just so we can confine this, Abe. Are you saying that the DBZ fan base is toxic for this?
Yeah, because they don't want to hear anything else. You mentioned the DBZ before. Like I said, you mentioned that it's not the big three. They get mad as if it's an insult. It's not an insult at all. It can't be a part of the big three when it came before the big three.
I'm not gonna go as far as you.
Call them toxic. I just think.
I'm not gonna go as far as you. No, I think the fan base is bad. But I know you said
wait. So my question about the Hemmings, because I think we finna get into the same thing. I want to say something real quick before you say that.
Okay.
I feel like when it comes to that, just specifically talking about DBZ shit, most DBZ fans are fans of other things. So what makes that fan base bad? Like, I am a fan of DBZ, but I'm also a fan of Naruto. I'm also a fan of One Piece. I'm also a fan of Hunter x Hunter. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm also a fan of JoJo. Like, so if I do or do not engage in a DBZ conversation, does that make me this type of fan? You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm lost, bro. I won't lie to you. I'm lost. I didn't get that.
I feel like
you don't get what I'm saying. Okay, my bad.
This is the example.
I'm trying to say. Hold on, Steve.
You good?
I'm trying to say, and I've been drinking. So like, what I'm trying to say is like,
Yeah, no. Like go.
What I'm trying to say is like, if I'm a fan of 5 different anime, right, and the perception or whatever is that these 5 different anime have 5 different fan bases that do 5 different things, and I do none of these things but like this fan base and indulge in one particular conversation in a specific fan base that may or may not pertain to whatever this perception is or stereotype is. Does that make me this fan base? Like, does that make me toxic in this fan base? You still not
no, specifically. That's just in general. I'm gonna let you go.
No, I was just gonna say, no, I think I get what you're saying. Okay. But damn it, you had a okay, all I was gonna say with the DBZ thing was that me and Simi always say this, right? We actually don't have any problem with Dragon Ball as a series. Dragon Ball is totally fine. I got no problem with Dragon Ball. I like it. It's cool. Loses me in the Buu Saga. After Vegeta's sacrifice, completely loses me. But we always say, if we don't have to see that nigga in his orange gi ever again, I'll be okay.
Funny as hell.
I'll have to see that nigga again with his fucking hair and his gi. But I actually want to speak personally about the Dragon Ball fanbase, because boy, do I got some stories for y'all. Because I thought.
But I'm saying, all right. So what is the Dragon Ball fan base? I guess define that for me.
Okay.
What are the key characteristics of a Dragon Ball fan?
I'm going to speak anecdotally, right? But Dragon Ball fans, generally speaking, do two things: not understand their own fucking story, and pull from the randomest places like a video game, and 2, they just care about who can fucking beat who in a fight. So as long as the character is not fading Goku, Goku's a better character and means a lot more. But again, I don't engage with this fan base anymore. I can't speak on how they've been acting with Super. I don't know. All I can do is bring you back to the old days when I was a power scaling meathead, and all I ever did was fight against the Dragon Ball community with take your pick: Hulk, Superman, Saint Seiya. Doesn't matter. No matter what sense you tried to make, no one could fake Goku, bro. He was the GOAT. No matter what kind of sense you made talking about DC and Marvel stuff, and I used to get like frustrated back in the day trying to argue with people. I'm like, bro, you guys don't even understand your own series. You're making shit up or you're misremembering things. And I'm like, I can't even deal with them. They don't even understand their own fucking manga or anime. But yeah, I had a slugfest with that fan base for a long time. So me personally, I don't like them. But when it comes to toxic fan bases, to me, I think every fan base to some degree is just kind of, it is what it is. If you would engage with it, you're going to see the worst parts of it. I think what happens a lot of times is that if you're not all the way in the door, you might see a passing fan base that, oh, why can't y'all be like them? They're not so bad. But are you really in the mud with them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this conversation is always interesting to me because it's like, I don't like people who pretend that fan bases can't affect somebody's experience. Your reading experience matters. It will not make the story of Golden Kamuy any better or worse as its own piece of work. But how you experience the narrative matters. I do not think Reborn is one of the greatest. I don't think Reborn is one of the greatest manga ever. I don't. But I had such a great time with like-minded individuals experiencing the story of Reborn that I will never forget how it impacted my life to this day. And I think that matters. Like, oh, I'm so cool. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care what the fans. I'm like, that's cap. Even if it's subconsciously. Trust me. It gets I guess you.
In the world of any Twitter nowadays, the biggest like trash ass fan bases, and I really feel like niggas just use that shit as a ploy to say that a series is bad. Or I don't want to get into a series.
I catch that bad.
MHA, Attack on Titan, apparently.
Yes.
JoJo,
that's interesting.
Yes,
I never get the JoJo one.
I don't get it either, but it's a thing. I noticed,
and I'm in there. So
exactly, I've been in there for 8 years. I don't know.
MHA, Attack on Titan, JoJo, One Piece, and
Naruto.
Black Clover been in there lately.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Black Clover in there. If y'all have, then that's what's Naruto for sure.
Black Clover's not even toxic. Everyone just toxic to them.
So I want to go through those. I want to go through those and really, these are what I guess any Twitter deems as toxic fan bases.
Oh, okay.
Bro, what really makes it toxic is
what's up
when we're talking about something else and then you decide to insert yourself in the conversation. It's like,
but I think that's a toxic characteristic as a person. That don't mean like that has absolutely nothing to do with me liking.
But
JoJo.
that's part of the fan base. The person is part of the fan base.
No, but that's my. I guess that was
what the majority of the fan base when they do that. That's what it is. If it's just one individual, it's not an issue because that's just one individual. But when it's a general consensus of individuals who decide to all distribute that characteristic trait of just being like, hey, you know what? Let's just throw. I'm gonna use DBZ because it happens all the time. Let's throw Goku in that fight. All right, who wins? Well, Goku's always going to win. It's like, well, yeah, part of the reason is because Toriyama writes it that way, where when Goku gets his ass kicked, he's going to come back. Death means nothing really in DBZ.
Literally means nothing.
So, like,
it's never meant anything. It's never meant anything, ever.
What's the point of collecting the Dragon Balls when it's like, yo, you can reuse it as many times as you want?
It's like the other day, them niggas was talking about JJK, and then all of a sudden,
I was just getting ready to say
Naruto influenced
about
JJK.
that, bro.
Like, nigga, what?
Exactly.
Like,
that shit is not. What the fuck? I heard that shit. I was like, yo.
No, I definitely think JJK the whole way.
It's not a bad. Hey, Steve. I'm finna come on, gloves.
Are you a toxic Naruto fan for saying that? I get. I see what you're saying now. You're just saying. I'm with you. I get it. I got to think about that.
So wait.
Anybody is entitled to trash his opinion. I think you're not toxic until you start actively attacking motherfuckers about your series.
That is
anybody can just
yes, G. Anybody can say anything.
This is fire. You're not toxic. You just stupid because you think Demon Slayer is like the best enemy.
Oh, if I want a motherfucker to watch a show, so I push my show. That doesn't make me toxic.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
And I don't even think inserting your series into a conversation that didn't involve your series is toxic, unless you start attacking the series that the motherfuckers are talking about.
Literally, unless you start attacking shit about your series, then that's when you become toxic.
I think a good example with myself, right? Because anybody who knows that I have not a single shred of love in my heart for Togashi, and I will look for any excuse to make fun of him.
Damn!
Right?
What the fuck? Hey, get this nigga! Yo,
get me fucking toxic.
Get the fuck out of here!
But here's the thing, though. I'll find Hunter fans to pick on. I'll look for them, right? So
what
that's
type of
toxic,
Hunter fans?
Right?
Type of Hunter fans,
or I'll find any reason to make fun of them.
What type of Hunter fans, Hemmings? What type of Hunter fans do you look to pick on?
Okay, so Hunter.
Because I'm a Hunter fan, but I'm saying, what do you like? Yeah. What exactly is your criteria for?
There's only one thing about Hunter fans that have always upset me. Only one thing about Hunter fans that always upset me, right? And that's they act like they're on the highest chair of Organization 13, looking down at everyone else. That is the only reason I do it.
Not the Kingdom Hearts reference, bro.
Damn, these niggas. Togashi can do no
highest chair. I can't say that. One of them niggas, Xehanort.
Right? So that's why I do it. But my point is that, like, if you ask me about Black Clover, I'm gonna look you in the eye and tell you I hate everything about it. It sucks, right? But you ask me a question, I'm just answering. I don't think that's toxic. I will find a reason to make fun of Togashi.
It sounds like you're toxic as a person. That's the main thing.
God,
I used to be one of them. That's why sometimes I don't get mad at it, because I'm like, honestly, when I was on the internet in my infancy, I was a fucking demon.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
So I could admit it.
I just want to add.
Go ahead.
I think it also depends, because each fan base is toxic for different reasons. Like you have there's certain categories.
So get your shit off, Sam.
Okay, so I was just gonna say there's certain categories. So you have like the elitists who are like the elitists of their series and think their series is the best. This is where you get the One Piece fans, you get the Hunter fans, you get the Berserk fans. Like you're not gonna see this kind of attitude from like Black Clover fans. They're not gonna do that. They could do that, but that's not why they're toxic.
Right.
Then you have like the animation toxicity, where you have like My Hero, Attack on Titan, where they'll just go after anyone they can just because they changed like the fold on someone's clothes or something.
Yeah, right.
And then you have like, I guess, like more miscellaneous stuff like JoJo, which is like they're toxic for all their memes and all their like bad takes and all that stuff.
Funny as
right.
And then I don't know what other categories there are, but those, and I guess you have the power skills, Dragon Ball, and like One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, they annoy me with that shit. Saitama. Can he be? So I don't care. Shut up. Yeah. God, it's so annoying. Wait, I keep going.
It's so toxic because you will be saying two characters about to fight, and then they just out of nowhere can they be Goku? That's toxic, bro. We wasn't even talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the worst was when One Punch Man came out, and that whole debate just like blew up.
I couldn't stand that debate.
It was actually extra infuriating for me because a lot of my friends, they're not like that into anime, so they look to me like, you've seen both, who's stronger? I don't care. Stop asking me this shit. Stop. They're like, but Goku just got Ultra Instinct now. Could he beat Saitama? I'm like, bro, if y'all don't stop talking to me, please. I don't give a fuck.
He just dodged a bunch in Ultra Instinct.
And I also think certain categories are actually worse than others. Like I think the worst is the people who go after other people, like the animators and the mangaka.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say that.
I think those people are the worst, which is why My Hero and Attack on Titan are some of the worst now for me.
Yeah.
I think elitists are fine. Elitists are toxic, of course. Like they get annoying, but they're not.
Yeah, I'm an elitist. I'm an elitist,
yeah,
big time. I'll never stop being one. By the way, and I gatekeep.
And I gatekeep.
No. I definitely gatekeep for JoJo though.
You said that y'all so proudly too.
Wait. So wait. No. My fellow JoJo stands. I wanna ask a question. As far as because I heard Sensei,
Best part four is the best.
I gatekeep for JoJo. No, I want to ask a question surrounding that. So, if a motherfucker says that they are also JD, there's somebody in the Fraud Villa that I guess wants to get moved over, the manager, unless you're leaving them there for a reason. If a motherfucker is talking about JoJo, like dissing it or speaking bad about it, but hasn't fully watched it, and then we like slander them, is that gatekeeping?
No, it's not gatekeeping. I think here's the problem. The problem is when people skip parts.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they say, "I actually forgot."
All of that shit.
If you combine those two things, I'm gonna gatekeep the hell out of you.
Yeah, like a motherfucker who watches the first two parts or season one, whatever, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
First two parts and says this shit was ass. I'm done. This shit, JoJo is trash. And then you say, "Bro, JoJo is not trash. It's actually the go." You push your agenda to this person who only saw two parts. Is that gatekeeping? And then for a person who watched from part 4 on or 3 on, and then you tell them like, nigga, no, go back and watch that shit. Is that gatekeeping?
Trying to introduce somebody to more anime is definitely not gatekeeping. Like,
no, in that particular instance,
your favorite series against slander.
all these is just niggas being wrong and you telling them they're wrong. That's not gatekeeping.
Yeah,
like you can't.
Okay. In the course of JoJo,
you shouldn't speak on something that you haven't actually seen or experienced. Period.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah. So Sensei, when you mentioned how like, all right, they only watch part 1 and part 2 and then they fall off and be like, you know, F it. It's funny because in that example, I don't see it as gatekeeping, especially since a lot of people that I've seen say that part 3 onwards is dope. So it's like, all right, at least if you watch part 1 and part 2, at least give part 3 a chance because that's what a lot of people hype up, right? And then in the opposite direction, for those who just say like, hey, F part 1 and part 2, I'm gonna just go straight to part 3. I don't see it as gatekeeping if you tell them like, no, actually, you know, take the time to go back to it and watch it. Because for me, I don't have an issue with part 1 or part 2. They entertain me equally. I don't see what the hatred is about it in terms of the dislike for it. So I don't see either scenario that you mentioned as gatekeeping. I think gatekeeping more so is like how we've seen examples of, oh, you like this, I'll let me start quizzing you to see exactly like where your knowledge at. That's where it's like, all right, nigga, I already said I like it.
I'm the type of person that'll tell a motherfucker who hasn't seen part 3, 4, and 5 to stop talking.
Yeah, that's not.
People will look at that, and people will look at that like you're gatekeeping.
That's something I'll do.
I don't see it as gatekeeping.
I just wanted to know.
No, I don't see that particular example as gatekeeping. I don't see it as that because you're like, yeah, if you just gonna watch part 1 and part 2 and realize like, hey, that's the series for me, even though each part individually is a different aspect,
and then you're not down to really speak about it. To give takes on the series. Like you've seen
based off the first two that you watched. Yeah, absolutely. If you devote your dialogue to be like, yo, when I talk about JoJo, I only talk about part 1 and part 2, how it's trash, blah blah blah. Okay, share your opinion because you at least watch it, you don't like it, and that's why you fell off. But if you're gonna use that and be like, yeah, that's why now part 3, part 4, like I heard about them now because of how part 1 and part 2 went. Now that's trash. Now that's stupid. That's dumb.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's when they got
the problem is like gatekeeping by definition is keeping somebody out of discussion of some shit for a certain reason. But if that reason is that you haven't seen the shit, that's not gatekeeping.
So
like,
that's kind of the point that I want to make. If you come to me talking about, yo, I caught the JoJo, I started that part 3, I will not talk to you about JoJo.
Yes. Same.
I'm not talking to you about it. I'm not gonna make a stink. I'm just be like, yeah, when you watch the first 2 parts, come find me. Until then, I got nothing to say. That's how I am.
The problem is when the fans tell you to skip parts themselves. That's when it gets toxic. Because then you say, oh, they didn't like part 1. They say, oh, just skip part 1. Don't worry, it's not important anyway.
It's not important.
Exactly. They the worst niggas ever. Because I've never told a nigga to skip a part ever in my life. Like, watch that shit.
And for some reason, especially on Twitter, for some reason, part 3 is the most hated part.
That's a gate skipper.
I don't hate part 3, especially after reading manga theory and practice. It gave me a completely new, like Araki. You have to just, if you are a fan of Araki, you have to read that book. You need to see into his mind a bit. It's crucial. It's vital. You will even see storytelling in a lot of ways a little bit differently by looking how the guy's mind works. Because honestly,
if you don't watch JoJo, just read that book.
Yeah. It's really good. But
hey, so I do have a question. So what would you consider another form of gatekeeping, just so that everybody's clear and on the same page?
So, as far as toxic fan bases go?
Yeah. Just as far as toxic fan bases.
So I just came back. I would say gatekeeping is honestly, if you just bullying casuals who enjoy the show, I honestly think you're gatekeeping. Like if you don't understand a certain portion of the story, but they like it, and you're saying like, oh, look at this guy, you don't even know what you're talking about, that's gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Like there's just let a nigga be a casual. If they're a casual, bro. They like the series. All right.
Jenny. So at what point do you make that distinction?
All right, so
because there's a lot of casuals
you could use
that would parade as very well knowledgeable people.
Okay, fair enough.
And are not.
So, for example, say we're in One Piece, right? And someone says, I like Sanji over Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
And you start bullying that nigga over there. It's like, you don't understand One Piece. How could you think Sanji's over Zoro? You out here gatekeeping. I think that's gatekeeping.
I think that's like super opinionated. So that's one thing. But I'm saying like a person who says that something or has a harsh opinion on something that can be proven right or wrong.
Harsh opinions are different. I'm talking about people who actually like the series itself. So say you're mad about someone who just started watching One Piece and is loving a specific portion of it. We're saying that, how can you like this character? You don't even understand what's going on. Or say someone says, I may not be the biggest fan of Dofi, and I just really like Crocodile because he's hot or something. And you start slandering them, saying you shouldn't be watching One Piece.
No, then I agree with you.
Well, first of all, they're right because Crocodile is the greatest.
I mean, listen, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that gatekeeping though. I would just call that like toxicity.
Yeah,
but gatekeeping
is more like keeping. It's a part of it, but I think gatekeeping for me mainly means like keeping people
I can give another example
away from your series.
On my end, right?
Where if you're saying, oh, why do you agree with this opinion? You're not really keeping them away from the series. You're just keeping them away from a certain opinion.
Yeah, but Jay, okay, so has anybody here seen Steingate?
Say God has. I have not.
Yeah, so I'm the type of person, especially when it comes to like visual novels. Yo, if you ain't read if you ain't play the visual novel Steins Gate, I ain't talking to you about it. I don't care if you watch the anime. That's how I am. So that's gatekeeping. Like to me, like I'll just be like, oh, you didn't play the.
You wouldn't even have a conversation with a person who didn't.
Nope. If you play Danganronpa 1, if you watch Danganronpa the anime and you didn't play the game, I'm not talking to you about it. Wow. We did not have the same experience.
Okay, yeah, that's another level.
Okay, that's gatekeeping, bro. That's definitely gatekeeping.
I'm a good example. I'm giving you examples. I'm using myself. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm just telling you that's how I am.
Not to talk to somebody is not really gatekeeping. But if two other niggas talking about Steins Gate, and you show up like, nigga, you ain't read the visual.
Oh no, I don't do that because I don't care. Nothing to do with me.
You like keeping them out of discussion. You just choosing not to talk to a nigga. That's just normal, I think.
Okay.
But that's me.
Yeah, that's just how I am.
Basically, if
Does
you
anybody
disqualify-
else?
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Go ahead. No, you got it. Go ahead. Get the shit on.
No, I was saying basically if you
Wrap it up.
disqualify someone's opinion of an anime series who has watched the series as you, but you just disqualifying their opinion, then I think that's kind of gatekeeping. Unless they're like blatantly wrong and ignorantly wrong, then you correct them.
Agreed.
Yeah, if they say One Piece is better than Hunter.
It's different to say like you don't want to talk to somebody just because like you just don't want to have a conversation with them, but to say you don't want to talk to somebody because hey, even though you watched the anime, you still didn't read the novels, so nah, like there's no conversation to be had. I agree. That's gatekeeping to me.
Fair enough. Does anybody else have any other takes on trash ass, toxic ass fan bases?
So I didn't get to mention mine. But
okay, go ahead.
I think the My Hero fan base is the worst, followed by Attack.
I hear that a lot. Why is Attack on Titan's fan base bad?
They are just
the anime.
It's the anime, and also if you compare that series to anything, bro, you will get flooded with droves and droves of Aaron Evies just slandering, quote tweeting. Everything is spread. Attack on Titan fan base is so toxic, and they all spam K-pop.
When you say it's the anime, what you mean? Like Mappa versus Wit? I think that's a real conversation.
Mappa versus Wit, but it's also.
I think that's a real conversation that could be had, though. I don't think that's toxic.
I think Mappa's
not
better.
even that though.
Absolute like
Mappa's not bad though. That's the
going towards the like the anime.
Mappa's not bad, but we can have.
I think Mappa's better.
Mappa's better.
I think we can have a real conversation about it. I don't think Mappa's
Yeah,
bad.
that's a whole different conversation though.
Right. I think a real conversation can be had about that. So anybody saying I'm like the Attack on Titan anime is I'm not feeling it because of how Mappa's doing it. I'm not mad at that. Like I'm not mad at that because if you like, I didn't feel how. What the fuck? What JC Staff did? One Punch Man season 2. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit was bad to me. But it's probably some fucking Food Wars fan that was like,
my
"Get
brother.
the fuck out of here! This shit is gas." Yeah, that was probably like, "Get the fuck out of here! This shit is gas." So I think a real conversation can be had about studio, like a studio versus like for manga adaptations. Like I'm with that. But what else about Attack on Titan is supposed to be like the fan base is supposed to be toxic? What else?
You can, like I mentioned before.
I could only say one thing: the Aaron stands, the Jaegerists.
They're terrible.
They're
Jaegerists.
They're the only ones that I could really think of. Otherwise, I don't see it enough because I don't interact with many AOT fans. So I couldn't speak on it like that. But even when I was speaking on I didn't even read the chapter at the time. I remember a spoiler came out and people were mad about one of the recent chapters, and I just said this. My only point was, you guys dish it out, so learn to take it. That's all I said, and they were killing me, bro. They were packing me in them quote tweets. Packing me bad. Because that's all I said. I didn't say it's good or bad. I said, yo, y'all talk about it being the pinnacle, this and that, and the third, yada, yada, but you have to understand what comes with this level of praise is the opposite equal force on the other side when it's just not going well. It happens to everyone. So if you can't dish it out, I mean, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. Keep your fucking mouth shut. I don't want to hear it. That was my only point with them.
I also want to add. I was just gonna say it also depends. I think we also have to take into consideration who's in the fan base, because if you look at My Hero, AOT, and most anime in general, actually, I think we can all agree anime fans are more toxic than manga fans.
I agree.
I think we could all.
I agree with that. I do.
The funny thing about that, anime fans. Wait. Anime fans will give the take that manga fans are toxic, constantly trying to spoil and conversations about like.
But when you think about the things that we actually notice in the community, like the reasons why My Hero community is toxic, the reason why AOT community is toxic, it's not because of the manga fans.
That's not true.
Because the anime.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. My Hero fans are the manga fans who are toxic. They bullied Horikoshi.
Let him finish.
But it's not true. I'm trying to sell it. Like it's actually not true.
No, Jay has a point.
We had a whole controversy about bullying translators and bullying Horikoshi into changing a character's name.
Yeah. Oh, that China controversy?
That's true.
There's two of them. There's two controversies.
Bakugo's name is bad.
It's not Bakugo's name. No. It's Miracle.
No.
It was
He's talking about like that scientist dude.
The scientist dude, and then the translations as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even that.
Even before that, with Endeavor, they bullied Horikoshi. They was giving him death threats.
Sending him death threats over Endeavor,
They
who's
was
an
sending
amazing
death threats.
character.
Or
Just
character
just
development,
because he was
bro.
trying
Like
to
what?
redeem Endeavor.
Yo, that was so stupid.
I seen small little fucking them niggas mad because the panel.
Because then they'll go and stand stain, which is funny.
Like, yeah,
Imagine.
the panel not the same as it's drawn in animation. Is this?
Okay, but My Hero was a bad example. But let's take something like okay, I think JoJo's a better example. JoJo manga fans are not really, from what I've seen, not as toxic as the anime fans, mainly because the anime fans are the ones who do all the memes. Mainly.
Yes.
They're the ones who indulge in all the memes and all the toxicity and all that
Is
stuff.
that a JoJo reference?
Literally.
That.
Manga fans are only
Everything's a
bad
JoJo
because
reference.
it's spoiling. That's the only reason manga fans are bad to me.
Also,
Yeah, the only reason manga fans get a bad rep is because they were spoiled, which is fair.
Also, I would mention, Jujutsu Kaisen stands are actually pretty bad. If you say anything bad about their story, they are rabid. And
they killed me for giving Shibuya.
I saw a tweet.
I take Shibuya
You don't say nothing bad about Jujutsu Kaisen. You don't even have to say nothing bad.
That's what I'm saying.
You can just attribute the success to something that came before it, and they get on your ass.
Bro, that Demon Slayer comparison, boy, I have never seen an angrier fan base in my life, my nigga. Ever.
Also, niggas reacting to motherfuckers saying that.
Bro, the Kakashi comparison to Gojo, which is facts.
Niggas
are going crazy.
Wait, hold on, because Take out.
Yeah, I remember that.
They was on that Naruto shit too. When niggas was saying Juju took a lot of shit from Naruto as well, and niggas spazzed out on that shit. But
and I think that's toxic.
That is toxic, G. Because at the end of the day, in a lot of niggas' bases, and I want to move past this, but a lot of niggas' bases was just on a whole lot of cappage or shit that could be cappage. Regardless.
Cappage.
I'm sorry using that one.
So it is what it is. But I do wanna move to our final, not topic, but to wrap this shit up. Y'all niggas have been great. But
can I say one more thing on this subject?
No. Go ahead, Tech. I mean, Steve-O.
I've never seen a more obvious ode to Kakashi. And yet, when you mention this, it's an entire rabbit wave of Jujutsu Kaisen fans coming at you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's like how is it that I look at a nigga who covers part of his face as like spiky ass white hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I say, man, he looks like this other popular sensei that has a similar look. And now I'm just the worst nigga ever. Like, everybody sees this. Like, just because I see that don't mean that I'm saying they're the exact same character or that they have the same goals or that they, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of that is what I'm saying. But if I say this nigga designed this character in a similar fashion to another motherfucker that we know, what the fuck? There's so many people that can fit that description.
That's true.
Bro, it's funny you say that.
That's not how niggas saying it. Niggas
their perception is different though. They see it as an insult because Naruto was seen as bad.
Niggas is trash.
Bro, I remember I had 3 people reply to me saying it's a different shade of white.
Shut the fuck up. Any nigga saying that need to be smacked, bro.
That reminds me of nigga telling me Saba moves at the speed of fire. I said, bro, what?
That's what to say that the
speed of fire is crazy.
I said, I'm mad at it because he got me to think about it for a second. Like, wait, like ignition speed or how it spreads? Like, no, this is dumb. Wait, I actually thought about it for a second. So I was mad when I heard that.
They really said it's not the same type of spike in the hair. I'm like, bro, shut up.
I don't know. Homage is everywhere, but they're like, oh, like you see this? Influenced by Bleach. Like Bleach, we associate Bleach with author can't be a part of JJK.
Bro, even if the author themselves do not know that they pulling this fucking inspiration from somewhere else, they pulling inspiration from somewhere else, bro. Even if they don't know it, bro. We all do it as human beings. Yeah. As human beings, we go through life doing shit that we may or may not know we got from somebody else, bro. You see a motherfucker with a nice car and you be like, man, to yourself internally, you ain't even gotta say nothing to nobody. That nigga has a nice car. I want to have a nice car. And you eventually get a nice car. It could or could not be the same car as this nigga, but you were inspired to get a nice car. You seen a nigga with a nice ass car. What the fuck? Like, it happens, G. It fucking happens, bro.
Not to JJK. You're toxic. I can't believe you said that.
It's brought to you by Sensei McGlove.
That's a fucking fact. I want to know you niggas hottest takes. Hottest fucking takes, and I want to start with my nigga Bensei because I ain't heard from that nigga in a minute. Unless he's somewhere playing what Glam say in the chat, the ride?
Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah, that Rise.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, Bensei, wait, Matt, you here?
Whoa.
My nigga, yeah, Glam been exposing you in the chat, G.
Nah, Glam ain't exposing nothing.
What's up, G? Give me your hottest take.
Glam snitching.
That's the same thing, nigga.
What's wrong with him?
My hottest take. I don't really got a hot take.
You say that every gloves off.
Yeah, I don't really got a hot
He
take,
does have
man.
a hot take.
You do, G. You give hot takes on the TL all the time.
Nah. You know what? I'm not even. It's not that hot. It's not that hot.
All right,
but bro, this nigga Jay needs to stop this fucking cap that the Full Metal Alchemist dub is better than, or the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub is better than the sub. So
I don't care about that.
No. It's not. It's not at all.
Cap.
Nah, it def is.
It's one of those ones that I don't mind it.
I don't mind Vic. Wasn't it Vic McGogana? I don't mind it.
Like, I don't mind it, but I'm not gonna say either one is better than the other.
I know I butchered his name, but yeah.
We need. Y'all should go and revisit that. Y'all should go and revisit that sub.
I mean, not Mustang. Armstrong.
I'm not rewatching that shit ever again. I watched some scenes though.
Kid, what's cracking, bro? I know your mic was fucking up a while back, but give me your hottest take, dog.
Yeah, man, my shit.
Booty, right?
Yeah, he gone.
I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, absolute trash, man. And I got a quality mic too, and this shit just wanted to fuck up. Upset.
Oh,
but I just from my standpoint, as far as this season, because I know the next season of My Hero Academia just dropped. I'm actually not looking forward to it. It just this part of the series at least doesn't really capture my attention. It just doesn't, because I know what they're about to go into, like the team battles, and I'm like, I really wasn't.
Yeah, we don't want the 5th tournament arc, but how you feel about My Villain, G?
I'm not gonna say I wasn't feeling that part. It just got to the battle. So yeah. Wait. Which villain you talking about?
My Villain Academia.
Oh shit!
That's gonna be part of this season.
I honestly, I think I have to see how it turns out, honestly, because I think I did like Shigaraki's awakening is what I like to call it. I do like that part of the manga, because then I was like, oh shit, about to turn up real quick. So I am looking forward to that. They just need to get past this part, and I'll be good for the remainder of the series.
Indeed. After they get past their last tournament arc, what I think is their last tournament arc, then I think the series is definitely on a steep incline.
Yeah.
Who else we got? JD, what's up, J?
My hot take. Jujutsu Kaisen is the best running shonen right now.
Ooh. I don't know.
Right. I've heard a lot of people say that.
That's not a hot take.
I mean, at this point, it's not even a hot take. Like Jump is kind of in the mud right now.
Most people say that, I feel.
Yeah, most people are
saying
saying that.
That's a pretty safe take, my guy.
I only read what everybody knows, so.
I think it's because I've been reading more shonen recently that I feel like I have more confidence.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. I only read One Punch, My Hero, Black Clover, and that's it.
Oh, okay. I have a hot take. Actually, I have one. I have a good one. I think Kaguya-sama Love is War is better than Attack on Titan. That's my opinion.
Ooh. I have to get on that.
That's
good thing.
That's one of those things where it's like I can like agree in terms of enjoyment like sense, but it's like I don't go to those things for the same reason. So
absolutely,
I wouldn't. So, but I hear you. I feel you. That shit is raw.
I'm not. Thank God we finally agree.
I have to disagree just based on the principle that I bet it's not a single nigga throwing a single hand in that series.
Funny as hell.
Cap, they do throw some hands actually. They do scrap a little bit. Just a tad, bro.
Scrap a little bit.
Right.
And they got better characters.
You might be spitting. Steve-O, give me your hot take, nigga.
That was good. I'm not sure if the last gloves off was before or after I tweeted this, but I'm about to
the last gloves off was November 23rd.
Okay, well then hell no, it wasn't. Okay, so this tweet in particular ruffled a little bit of feathers.
Okay.
And it was related to Fairy Tail, go figure.
Oh, I remember.
Shit.
I remember this.
You always have a Fairy Tail take, nigga.
I have to because I'm the only one.
Fairy Tail gets a lot of shit for no good reason.
You are the only one.
So this is it, right? I said Phantom Lord, the arc from Fairy Tail, Phantom Lord, was better than the Shibuya arc in Jujutsu Kaisen.
I
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen either. So,
but I'm here for the agenda.
No. I've watched Fairy Tail. That's cap.
Okay,
Cap, bro.
The Phantom Lord arc, it really didn't have no issue.
It was perfect
all the way through. It was seamless.
Okay. He said that was one of the most perfect arcs. Hey, everybody in the chat, Debo just said the Phantom Lord arc was one of the most perfect shonen arcs.
One of the most perfect shonen arcs I ever seen in my life.
I don't agree, Steve, but I see where you're coming from because this almost harkens me back.
I'm fucking say Steve spitting.
No. I actually have no problem with Fairy Tail. I really don't. It literally is what it is. You know what it is, and if you're still here, just
don't know
just
what it is.
That, right? But
it's not as bad as people say it is.
I read 100-year quest, so honestly, I mean,
the thing I want to say is like you're speaking contextually within that manga, within that story, what it is. I could see why you'd say that because I remember earlier when I was doing a tier list and we were talking about something as simple as Ki for Dragon Ball. Like, yo, put that in D. It's like, bro, it's not about what you just think is overall a better system. How does it work within the confines of because own story? I understand Ki is very fucking simple, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's not inconsistent. It's not stupid. It works in Dragon Ball. Like I always, because one thing I argue with a lot of people about is dynamic versus static characters. People love to tell you a character is bad because they don't grow or develop. And I'm like, tons of very, very well-known popular pop culture characters are static in nature, and there's nothing wrong with that. Whether or not you think Goku's a better character than Eren has nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck. But Goku works for the story of Dragon Ball. He's fine. He's a fine protagonist for the story that Toriyama's trying to tell. So I can see why you say that, Steve. I'm with you.
I am about to kill the rest of this Duce. It's only a little corner, but I just
Duce, Nick.
I've been on that shit all night, bro. This shit was halfway full. Now I'm halfway dead. Continue. Hey, what's cracking, bro? Give me your hottest take.
Yo, I don't know if I have a hot take. I don't know if I have a hot take, but this one is for Steve. Full Metal Alchemist is Brotherhood is better than Hunter x Hunter. I'm just going.
That's your hot take. Is that your hot take?
That's really.
That's cap.
I love it. Listen,
super cap.
Yeah.
Is that your hot take?
This is mainly for Steve.
I'm ready to attack you right now. I'm ready to attack you right now. I'm just drunk enough to attack you right now. Right now, bro.
I would put that in the blasphemy category.
You stand by a bunch of bullshit. Because that shit is cap, G. We can go every aspect of the story in grade, Hunter or FMAB, and you will lose.
I fight every day about this shit.
And I will say, someone mentioned earlier, and I wanted to just
you would lose the argument.
Dolphy is better than Crocodile to me. It's just Dolphy is just better. Just better.
That's not a hot take.
That's
not a hot take.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I started off by saying I don't really have a hot take, but I did want to address some of the stuff that was mentioned.
So check it out. I need you. I know this is your first time on Gloves Off. I'm gonna need y'all next time if y'all pull up again. Dig deep within your takes and find one of the hottest fucking ones.
You have to understand with
me,
a lot of the things that I say is not a popular opinion. So for me, it's just something I've been saying for years. It's not even like a hot take for me at this point. It's just that people don't agree, and I'm like, whatever, nothing I can do about that.
I got to take that out since I be fighting.
Hey, wait, Steve, I'm gonna get. Wait, okay, go ahead, get shit off now. Go ahead.
Because y'all know I'm a super fan of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I follow all y'all niggas. First off, JD, Gintama is not called Naptama.
It is called Naptama. I'm hibernating on Gintama, nigga. Do you know how many times I've tried that show, bro? And I've literally passed out immediately. Narcolepsy, nigga. I'll just be falling.
Read it, man.
Falling.
Read it. Gintama is fire.
Cap.
Please read it. Please read it.
I'm good.
Number 2, Sensei.
What up? Please get at me. Because when I tell you,
Afro Samurai is not losing to Levi. You tripping?
What, nigga? You bugging, bro. Have you seen Levi in the latest episode? Bro, wait. I'm willing to put several $100s on this bet. Levi just ended 30 Titans in a matter of seconds.
That's fine.
Seconds.
That's fine.
That nigga with the afro is not doing that.
Bro, afro is not this laser beam.
This nigga is drunk. This nigga is drunk.
Bro, when this, I am. Hey, wait. I need everybody to know. Do you remember it was a point in Attack on Titan where killing one Titan was an issue? Killing 2 Titans was an issue.
Hey, talk to these
nigga.
It was never an issue for Levi.
This nigga killed 30 Titans in less than a minute. How many bro. In 30.
30. 3-0, nigga. The big 3-0.
In less than a minute.
30.
In less than a minute. And then followed up by killing 2 more and a big ass fucking beast type. Stop talking to me about Levi taking L to some nigga with an afro who lose to a nigga in a fucking bear helmet. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not going. You're bugging, bro.
No, Steve, I gotta go with him, bro. I gotta go with him because Levi is still a threat, even as a cripple, bro. Levi is literally still a threat.
As a cripple, bro.
Bro, afro
as a what, bro?
Laser beams.
Are you discriminating?
He's not
handicapped
laser
man.
beams regular. He's dodging
Jay,
free
shut
falling.
up, nigga.
You shut up, nigga. You smell, nigga.
Bro, he's free falling and dodging laser beams. That speed is different. He's free falling and dodging laser beams. Levi's not dodging laser beams, free falling, bro.
Levi has moved faster than any nigga you ever could think of drawing on a piece of paper, bro.
Bro, laser beam is speed of light.
I don't give a fuck what that laser beam is, nigga. That is also cap, yeah. Street laser doesn't move at the speed of light, bro.
Go put a laser beam on your
nigga,
wall.
He's not fighting Kizaru, nigga. Stop lying.
Right, nigga. He's not fighting Kizaru, bro. He's fighting a nigga in a bear helmet, bro. In a bear helmet that's crying.
He's dodging them hoes free falling. Not dodging them left to right. He's falling out of the sky and dodging them hoes.
And you don't think the nigga who like literally mastered the art of moving in the air is killing this nigga?
No.
Oh my God, Steve-O. Steve.
That's the drunkest nigga on this moving in the air.
That's the same argument as Naruto being light speed because he dodged Haku.
Literally, B.
Bro, y'all.
What you mean Naruto not light speed? I'm kidding.
Here we go again, damn it.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Remember, Zoro's light speed. He got light speed reactions. Remember that.
Exactly, right? This nigga was dodging Kuma, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. I remember when Usopp dodged Kuma as well.
No, you can say whatever you want to say about Zoro. Just say that he's killing Kaido.
You know that nigga's not killing Kaido, right?
No, relax.
I mean,
someone get Batman out of here.
Steve, get your shit off, G. Just get your shit off, because me and you gonna have to go at it about this shit.
You will. How is laser beam not speed of light, bro?
It's not,
bro. Stop it, please.
It's not.
If you get a laser pointer right now, how is that not speed of light?
Oh my nigga.
No, it's not.
Look, I'm just saying, if you Google it, Google kind of leans towards Steve's thinking. It's, I don't know. I don't know the science.
No, it's not, but tell me why. You get a laser pointer right now and point it at your wall. How is that not speed of light?
A laser pointer doesn't have like.
Explain.
It doesn't damage. Like it doesn't have damaging effects. It has no weight.
We're not talking about damaging effects. We're talking about speed.
No, you said a laser beam, meaning it would, if touching me, it would like damage me, right?
But I'm saying
these are two different things.
Dodging
a beam of light and a laser beam are two different things. Even if you Google are lasers light? I doubt you get yes.
So I just typed in Google. It said speed of a laser. And do you want me to read? Do you want me to read what it says?
Because if I'm wrong, I will do like a motherfucker.
Okay, so
I still think Levi's still watching this.
All right, so let me just leave it in suspense, but I'll read it. So one of the most sacred laws of physics is that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light in a vacuum. Right? But hold on.
Right?
But wait, there's more. But this speed limit has been smashed in a recent experiment in which a laser pulse travels at more than 300 times the speed of light.
No, I'm right.
Yeah, no. Levi watching this nigga, G.
No, you're wrong, bro.
I'm not, G. I'm not.
He dodged it. Free falling.
This is a toxic debate. This is what we call toxic debate here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
That's not dodging.
All right, wait.
I haven't watched Afro Samurai, but I'm gonna just say Mugen over Afro.
Okay,
Mugen niggas is saying Mugen.
Yeah, bro. Mugen fights regular people. That's not even the same.
You racist. What you mean? You're just one of the dude that cuts like wind. He's one of the dudes that like cut wind. He has like wind attacks.
Mugen is light speed, bro. What do you mean?
Mugen's clearly light speed.
Okay, well, we're not talking about likes per facts. Nigga, this nigga was free falling and
I don't care, dog.
You don't think Levi can dodge light speed attacks?
I don't care, dog.
That is facts.
Did you just say we're not talking about facts?
No, I didn't say that.
He said, I don't care.
We're going in circles right now. I can tell you that.
I did say.
All right, well, that's just my shit. Me and
Sensei. Yeah, no, yeah. Me and you gonna have to hash that shit out, and I will gladly Supernova no chat on that shit.
Yeah,
and me and you gonna have to hash it out because you're wrong. Sorry.
Wow, how?
But let me get the. What you gonna do about it? Hemmings. G, go ahead, give me your hottest take, G.
Like I said earlier, most of my takes pisses off everybody anyways, so it's all whatever. But I will say this now that I've gotten into a substantial part in Kubera. Kubera is written how Tower of Gods think SIU writes Tower of God. I'm going to leave it at that. Kurigan could write circles around slave in utero. Circles.
Yeah, I don't read either.
She's so clear of his writing talent. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm here for the aggression.
I'm going to leave it at that. Because boy, did these guys be acting like SIU is the goal. I'm like, bro, he's a fucking blockhead sometimes. What are you talking about? That's really it. But I didn't want to say this earlier, real quick, before I forget. When it comes to, you know, how I said earlier that like I'm an elitist, right? Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be seen as toxic.
You're an elitist, but you wait. But it's so funny about you, real quick. You're an elitist, but you're also the nigga that hates other elitists.
No.
Like you hate niggas that overly analyze.
No. That's just Hunter fans. They're different.
It's a lot of. I know my hero fans that are like that, bro.
I haven't seen it, but you know what?
You have. G, you argued with a nigga on my gloves off about that shit. But continue. G, go ahead.
Oh really? Oh well. Shit.
Yes, nigga.
With
Lord Knox. He was like,
yes. Because of the way they talk about manga. I remember that.
But go ahead.
My point, like with me, is that like a lot of the times when I'm quote unquote being an elitist, I'm actually talking to somebody who literally has no idea what they're talking about. So like, if I have never experienced Fate at all, and let's say sends a Fate Stay Night stand, and I'm talking about I'm gonna start with Fate 0 because it's the prequel, and he's like, no, think about it in the vein of Star Wars 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when you get to the quote unquote plot twist with Darth Vader saying, "Oh, Luke, you know, yada yada," you're gonna be like, "Why are you making it so dramatic? I already know this." You have a wealth of knowledge you're not supposed to know at this point because it's supposed to be experience, even though this is the latter part. It's usually when I'm doing that, I'm really not trying to be a dickhead. It's me being like, "Bro, you literally are speaking from the crease of your ass right now. You have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm just trying to put you on the path, and then you do what you want. That's it." Because I've done this with Monogatari with the release order where I'm telling people Kizu is supposed to be second. You need to know what Koyomi Vamp is before you get into the latter parts, and they fight me on it, and I'm like, bro, all right, man, that's all.
Fair enough. Shit. Take God. Give me your hottest take, brother.
As usual, I don't have a take prepared. So I'll just, as usual, repeat some shit I've been saying that people don't agree with.
At least say some new shit that people don't agree with, bro.
I ain't no new shit that people don't agree with. Because when I have an idea, I immediately put it out into the world. In general.
Go ahead.
And I only thought of this because another nigga mentioned Dofi. So I'm going to get my Dofi bag a little bit. I think that Dofi's not only is not better than Crocodile, but is a mediocre villain, period, as of Dressrosa. And
whoa,
he probably not even top 5 in One Piece.
Whoa.
Give it to him.
Can I tell you where
Honor.
Can I tell you where I agree though? I agree
Give it
at
to
one
him.
point.
Elon, Your Honor.
Give it to
I don't.
him.
Go ahead.
I don't think he's. Oh, sorry. I don't think he's bad, but I do think he's very traditional. Just
I
done
think
well.
he
we
was
talking
ruined.
Are we talking about Dofi? Or
We talking about Dofi. We talking
Okay,
about Dofi.
I thought he was talking about Crocodile.
Oh no, Crocodile.
Crocodile
There's
is
no one better.
100%
He's
better
clear.
than Dofi as a villain.
Yeah,
I mean, he's spitting, but I'm gonna let it go. Go ahead.
Crocodile to go. Yes, sir.
I
My
won't call
problem
Dofi
with
mid though. I won't call
This
Dofi.
is something I've said before, but not on Gloves Off. Some niggas haven't heard me say it. But my problem with Dofi is that everything that happened in Dressrosa, in my opinion, betrays the character that Oda was building before we got to Dressrosa, where he's like this behind the scenes kind of broker type nigga who's manipulating events, but not actively like, like. That's the type of nigga that they build him up as. And then you get to Dressrosa and he's another nigga terrorizing the island just like all the other niggas. And I just think that shit was trash. That's the TLDR version of it. So there you go. There's a take. I know niggas put Dofi
I'm here for
Dofi.
Dofi. I'm here for Dofi slander, so I'm with you.
Yeah, that nigga did not turn out to be.
I'm not gonna slander Dofi though.
He's not in my. He's
I'm here
not
for
in
all
my
Piece
top
members.
6
I'm with
One
you.
Piece villains. I'll say that.
Like-
he's not top 6 for me.
I feel like that's so aggressive because I really.
That
fuck
is
with
very
Dofi heavy.
aggressive.
I fuck with Dofi
I'm trying
heavy,
to
actually.
I'm trying to. Wait, what's aggressive? Hemmings or?
I don't think he's. I don't think he's a bad
Hemmings
villain.
is definitely aggressive.
I don't think he's a
top
bad
6,
villain.
nigga. You said top 50, now top 6. I need you to name 5 villains in One Piece better than.
Well, I'm assuming
Dofi.
Blackbeard, Arlong,
Arlong, because Arlong is good. I like Blackbeard.
Inaru, I like Blackbeard.
NL?
Yeah, I'm an NL fan. I could explain this one.
No, bro. No, bro.
I'm okay with you.
What? Nigga said Katakuri.
Katakuri is a better.
God.
That's a bad take.
How?
I didn't say
That's
that.
a bad take. That's a bad take. I'm sorry. That's a really bad take, bro. That is a horrible take.
That's very better than Dofi.
That is a bad
Fuck
take.
y'all
Bro.
niggas smoking, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's crack cocaine. That's snowfall right there, nigga. That's crack.
And thank God, that's wild that you say that because you trashed me for hyping.
Yeah, I don't even love Katakuri. Like, I don't really love.
Yo, Bronco punch in the air right now. I know
but
he
I
is,
still
bro.
put that nigga over Dofi. They both like mid to me, but just off being pretty much Luffy but better, he's automatically better
Luffy
than a
but
nigga who
better?
was ruined.
Yo, my head hurts. Sensei,
Come on, were they not building him up as like I'm like you but even better when they were fighting? And Luffy had to overcome that. All right, so you weren't paying attention to the fight then.
I'm screaming.
Oh,
actually, yo, Matt said, "Oh."
There's literally parts of the fight where like Dogtooth is like, the way you're doing this is inefficient. You should do it like this, and then does it the better way. Like that's how they were building him up in the fight. And just off that,
I don't think he said that.
He's better than a nigga who was.
No, Jay. The point is that in a lot of people's eyes, this is like Luffy fighting like the best version of himself, more experience. Mochi can stretch, but it's also malleable, so it's a better version of Rubber. That was a real thing. He's not making
exactly like fuck out of here.
I understand, but they're not the same fruit. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
Okay, so
I hear you.
I'm just saying, if you look at it logically and on paper, it's not the same fruit.
Don't take it super hyper literally.
Exactly, this nigga.
But we talking literally here, and he's literally wrong. I don't understand. Like, how did we get here? How?
Y'all silly, man. Y'all silly, bro.
But anyways, I want to just quickly say this.
Go ahead. I gotta get
honestly way back when I first read Skypiea, and it left a big impression on me because I really didn't think they could beat it at the time. Like the same way that I felt the despair with Frieza just having all these fucking forms. I'm like, bro, He just folded Zoro. I'm like, what's Luffy gonna do? We're dead. It's over.
I also didn't think that, but like him as a villain didn't like push me.
Yeah, it didn't hit like that.
I'm actually okay with anyone being like, bro, I can't believe I have him top 5. I understand. I'm just giving you my reasoning. I'm telling you why. I'm just pointing it out. I'm not here to argue.
Get your shit off.
Go ahead.
Also,
me?
Oh, you good?
I was gonna say,
I'm lost.
Just to finish up my take.
Go ahead.
I also don't like the fact that like they gave this backstory to Dofi that I guess is supposed to justify him being a fucked up ass nigga, but then right after that, his brother also says he was born evil and basically was fucked up from the get-go, which damn near canceled out that whole backstory that was supposed to justify this nigga. I just feel like Oda made a lot of mistakes with Dofi and Dressrosa.
I don't think it's meant to.
And that nigga's mid.
I don't think it's meant to justify him. I think it's just meant to explain his reasoning. You don't have.
Well, I don't mean justify. I just mean like this is how he got here. This is why he's like this.
Well, yeah, but I think that's fine. You know, this did.
But then it's like he was always evil. So it's like you could have just said that.
I don't think you need to do that to. I think you need to give a backstory to
fake ass
to
MCU
state his reason.
version.
Bro, MCU
nigga.
Thanos is goated, nigga. What are you talking about, bro?
MCU Thanos
if he's not a simp for Mistress Death, I don't want him.
Nigga, shut up, bro. That simping shit is bullshit.
Whack.
Nah, you wrong. You're wrong. Nah, you're wrong.
That
shit is corny as hell.
Have you?
That shit whack.
Nigga, I got the comics. Nigga, I got the comics. I got the comics now.
Y'all being disingenuous. Y'all being disingenuous because that's the original storyline, and that shit.
And the original story is booty cheeks, nigga. That's what I'm saying. It's not better. It's not, nigga.
Original.
Nobody said it was booty chick. Like the thought, like the plot or the story.
My point is that version of Thanos is an outlier. It's not necessarily what's consistent with his history.
And the outlier is better.
And I don't agree with. That I don't agree with.
Consuming Thanos in that way, is much better.
It works for the MCU because MCU just does everything different. I agree with that. I actually don't think he's a bad character in the movie. I don't think. Obviously, see now I don't want to dive into.
No. Don't do it.
So I've had to come in here to address my my client Jay about his cap about Infinity Gauntlet being booty cheeks real quick.
Oh my
you
God.
need to know your role, sir, and reread the story.
came from the chat to this shit.
Bro, we're not gonna stand for this nonsense right now, bro. Slandering my shit. All right, return to your stream, gentlemen.
I'm not the same, bro.
It's that glad.
All right, Sin, bro. Sin, give me your hottest take, G.
Okay, I didn't have one prepared, so I'm just gonna go back to a tweet I put out a few days ago.
Oh my God! Please say it again, please. You was spitting.
Mapple was so clear of
which. Well, it depends which one. I put out a lot. I don't even know which one.
You talking about that vagabond tweet, aren't you? You talking about that vagabond tweet, huh?
Oh, I mean, you want me to say that? I'll say that too.
Please say that.
I'm gonna say that too because I definitely. Okay, so I'll say that one first, actually. So if you read Vagabond, Musashi and Otsu are not a good relationship and are not well developed at all as a relationship.
Vagabond just mid in general.
That's cap.
That's
cap.
Yeah, that's cap.
I'm sorry. It's well drawn though. It's well
that's
drawn.
Cap. No, not nice.
It's well drawn, but mid.
Another day.
Nah, sometimes you just be lying. I swear, I just be lying.
No, I don't. I'm not a vagabond.
Hey, you blocked me on the spot for that, but I'll take it. But my actual take now is,
go ahead.
I think JoJo has the most competent villains in all of any manga.
You spitting honestly.
They have one.
That might actually I'm with it. Yes,
it's a slight bar. It's a slight bar.
You spitting honestly.
And I'm not saying well developed or anything. I'm saying competent.
Yes, Diavolo was not playing with these niggas. Diavolo did not play with niggas, bro.
You're spitting, bro. Competence. Them niggas have competence, bro.
If Diavolo had a shot,
I'll give you a
that nigga Dio picked up a sign.
They do them.
That nigga picked up a sign to smash the head of a nigga he just stabbed to death. Like niggas is not
competence. Yeah,
a perfect example would be Prosciutto to Mista when he just popped 4 bullets into his head.
Literally shot his ass 4 times in the head after he was already presumed dead.
Bro, not even that, bro. What Diavolo did to Abakio, fucking tagged that nigga through his stomach. He said, "You are dead." That's it.
He's like, I'm not even giving you a chance. Straight up, I'm just knocking you right now.
After he just got done with an extreme death fight against another nigga. He wasn't taking
Speaking of.
Literally.
When you have a side antagonist almost kill the main antagonist by a hair, that's when you know they're competent. And I'm referring to risotto.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah,
That's my
he didn't deserve to go out that way. He had it.
Yeah, he did.
Right
He
there.
did.
He didn't
deserve
deserve
it.
that.
He would have won. He literally would have won if they
that,
weren't. If Narancia wasn't there, he would have won.
No, but even Kira living his best life for years with his fucking hand in his purse.
Episode 24 of Diamond is Unbreakable is one of the best episodes of all time. When Kira escapes, changes his whole identity.
Yes, sir. Here's the code.
He really is just trying to, like, you know, live his normal life and then murder on the side and carry the hell with it. Like,
bro, literally, he's just trying to fuck bitches.
He's just trying to murder on the side.
Bro, literally, live his life, fuck bitches, blow them up, keep their hands, and
blow them up.
What a beautiful
eat sandwiches.
But the thing is, he's not
eating sandwiches.
But here's my problem, bro. He's not even fucking the bitches first. He's just blowing them up. That's what's making me upset.
Bro,
he's not.
You gotta at least clap first, nigga. You gotta at least clap first before you blow him up.
If he like a hand job more than he like the pussy, how can you be mad at it?
That nigga's disgusting, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's foul. He's a foul nigga. When he was sucking on the fingers and the fucking sandwich juice, nigga,
he was going crazy.
I said, nigga, you are foul.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
I'm not. At the end of the day, I like what you said. I think what I would say about JoJo villains to me is I think that everyone is distinct for their own reason, which I like, which matters to me. I like when things are just kind of unique, and especially having like read some of the Jojonium extra little, you know, interviews and things that he's spoken about, like why he thinks like Jotaro's a real hero and things of that nature. Kind of just getting to like pick his brain a little bit. I could see what he's talking about sometimes when I reread it and revisit it. So I'm with you. I'm also
I kind of want to touch on that whole Dofi point that you guys are making about the backstory. How you actually don't need the backstory just to state his motive or to explain his motivations.
But I just want you to get your shit off.
Because I just want to give, for an example, Araki said in an interview that he originally, part 4 wasn't supposed to have Kira in the first place. It was supposed to just be a regular slice of life. Then he added Kira, and then he was planning on having a whole backstory for him, but he decided not to because he didn't want to give even a sliver of sympathy to him. Which I think Oda did that, and I think now people actually, even though Dofi is supposed to be pure evil, people do understand his point and kind of do sympathize with him, which I don't think they were supposed to do.
Right.
I have a personal little gripe with some contemporary writing because I feel like they always try to humanize villains or like make them sympathetic, and I really think there is still a place for your straight up kind of like either you keep them very mysterious or they're just like mustache twirling, yeah, evil for evil. I have no problem with that. There's a place for that in storytelling today still.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, everything got quiet. That was so uncomfortable, nigga. I was so unsettled.
I ran back to.
I thought shit froze up for a second.
That's what I thought my entire computer froze. I said, nigga.
Yo, I'm looking at my screen like, yo, is the Sensei moving? Did this shit?
No. Am I good? Am I still here?
Yes,
You're not good. You good. I'm just so confused by
talking
for so long.
My phone rang. Wait, so my phone rang, but I got this MacBook, so that shit came through the Mac. I don't know if that fucked it up.
No, we just weren't talking.
We were just nobody was speaking. Literally nobody was talking.
Niggas was talking when the phone rang, so that's why I'm like, what happened?
Nah.
But good shit, niggas. I'm glad that everybody got to get their takes off, bro. I appreciate every single one of you niggas for pulling the fuck up.
Shout out Curry Gum.
I appreciate y'all, bro. I will put all of you niggas info in the description.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
All of my niggas. I appreciate everybody that pulled up in the chat. I know I couldn't interact with the chat as much because there was a lot of liquor going into my system. But yeah, man, this was a great fucking conversation. Your boy is back, bro. I'm gonna try to do this bitch next week. So JD, if you would be so kind.
Congrats, by the way.
Congrats on getting engaged. What?
Yes, sir.
Congrats, brother.
Congrats, bro.
Another believer.
He is out the game, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Proud of you, King.
Absolutely love to see it.
I fucking love to see it, bro. Black love. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, all of you niggas are my homies, man. I fuck with y'all. All the newcomers, thanks for pulling up, bro. I hope y'all had a good ass fucking time. Steve, good shit. I'm proud of you. You held your own. What the fuck else? Yeah, man. Other than that, bro, I fuck with you. And let me go ahead and go to this screen. Sensei Lay Glove is out, niggas. Like the stream. Fuck bitches, get money.
What is wrong with this nigga?
Go get married, bro.